Happy birthday, Coda.
Thank you. I already had three $3 margs. So
everyone raised an ethereal peanut butter whiskey ball to
Happy birthday.
But
every time a natural one is rolled, someone has to take a shot.
God, that's gonna be a bad one.
I do not have alcohol for that, so.
But this is a good opportunity to plug a new feature. Woohoo! Yay! New features. But so Mr.
Got an update?
Code Crusher. Character birthdays. Wow! Woo! Yay! When are they? Yeah. So if you have an idea of when your character's birthday is, please choose a date on the calendar. Even though you guys were all technically born as players on the same day, you guys definitely have like your own, birthdays? Question mark?
Yeah, 4 out of 6 of us were born in hell, so that's good.
When it's your birthday, you'll gain double XP. Oh. So, Mr. Code Crusher, you can decide when your birthday is. For everyone else, please make it at
what the fuck?
What is that?
Diablo.
Diablo?
I had to turn him down. He was going
he's singing, bro.
Is he good now?
I think your comms are malfunctioning.
Yeah, your comms, bro.
Your helmet might be a little glitched.
I think.
That was...
But yeah, on your birthday, you'll get double XP. For Mr. Code Crusher, you'll have until the end of this session to decide which day you'd like your character's birthday to be on. Everyone else, please make sure your birthdays are at least a month in advance. Please don't be like, my birthday's tomorrow. If you want your birthday to be in this month, you can, but like, just try to not to cheat for the
my birthday's today, actually, so
all our birthdays are today.
let's speed run today. And then sleep until today happens again next year.
I would hope they're not on the same day because you won't get like 4 times XP. It'll just be double regardless. But yeah. So last time, let's see. Last time, the party found a star fragment and learned of the mysterious star power. Through a little bit of spying, a little bit of sleuthing, you found the Star Corp to be conducting shady business. That's really all you know. Currently, you guys are, where are you guys?
I believe most of us went to go check out the corporation, and then I think we went back to the...
No, we're at Inch's apartment. Yeah, because me and Uber Kid were going through the phone, and we were going to try to hack into it to, like, find more stuff, but it would send to the location back if we failed, so we decided to wait until the next day and do it like outside of Inch's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So we did end on a long rest last time. Yeah. And so this will be a new day, meaning that it is Saturday currently. 1:05. If you'd like to do something at the start of the day, please put it in the chat. I know some of you wanted to practice guitar lessons with certain people, others wanted to send messages. I will also remind you that some of you did get a very mysterious message of someone hearing the voice of God, whatever that means. And I'll await your responses that you guys want to do. Or if you'd like to Mog, that is
Mog.
Also an option.
The voice of God, that was Mr. Code Crusher.
That was several people's phones. I believe it was Lucky Duck, Code Crusher, and Uber Kid.
I really love how
Good luck.
Lucky Duck has 444 as a as a birthday too, because it fits with the months. That's awesome. I'm like looking through.
Oh yeah. And if you have your birthday idea, please send it to me, and I'll put on the map or the calendar, or should be able to do it yourself.
I just dropped the calendar and resources because I don't know where else it was. I had it linked on my Google Doc because I tried bringing it up with the command, and it was like, you have to pay. I was like, character. I was like,
Oh, actually, what?
yeah, I tried doing the command FC show month. I don't know if I used the wrong command or not, but
Oh, I'll have to look at that later.
yeah. But I mean, you know, with the link, it brings you, because we're on day 3, right? Because it updates as you update it, so that's fine.
Yes. You're on day 5.
Well, we're on day 5. Oh.
Yes.
Day 5. Why is day 3 highlighted? It has a green circle on the day. Jump to current date. Yeah, it says current date is 3. Unless, I don't know if the link that I have... Refresh. Huh.
I don't know. Weird stuff occurs. Code Crusher. So you said you wanted to continue some of the code for your personal project. Is there anything in particular you wanted to do, or?
I want to work on my secret project AI that I'm working on. That I've been working on for a while. But I definitely need more power to get this thing actually up and running. And I'm just working on pretty much making sure there's no back doors and it doesn't go crazy when I actually run it and stuff like that. So I'm just working on code while
there will
I'm
be
not doing
no
anything.
checks required. It's just, you know, you're doing a little bit of work in your downtime. And you do approach Gideon. What would you like to say?
Hey.
Hey. Yo.
So, are you the Avatar?
I don't fucking know.
Because I think you are. And I need. Can you keep a secret?
Sure, yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna like lean him to the side where like other people can't see. I'm gonna bring out the scroll. This scroll? I'm gonna peek over my shoulder, make sure no one's eavesdropping. Can I make perception check? Make sure no one's like.
Yeah, no perception check would be
okay.
needed. No one's really listening in.
Okay, secret shit over here. I want to make sure no one's like glancing. This is from the OS.
Yo, what the fuck do they want with the Avatar?
I don't know, but it likes you. This scroll, see, like, look, when I touch it, and like it only like glows a little from like my heat. Now you touch it.
I touched the scroll.
And you touch it, Gideon, and you do notice that the markings that are on the scroll that are like a bunch of ink sigils move away from your hand like water.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, so I think you're the Avatar. Do you know what this is? You seen this ever? I know you're
Have
like
I seen?
ancient. This is ancient, so.
You know what? I'm gonna let it slide. Have I seen something like that?
This scroll? Roll history.
Ski. Oh, that's my dumb stat. Yeah, I don't know shit.
Yeah, you're not sure. This is just a scroll with strange, magical lockings on it.
Okay, so if you don't know shit, okay. Well, I mean, the scroll definitely knows who you are, reacts to you. So I'm just gonna hold on to it, and every now and then I might kind of like poke you with it, you know. But if you find out anything about your little avatar state stuff, or being an avatar, or I'm just gonna look over at the pile of comics. Actor, I don't know. Just let me know.
Yeah, sure thing.
So can I pick up a comic and just start reading it and see if... I don't know, I'm just gonna read one of the Avatar comics, because I think there's like a stack in this room.
Yeah, so you're reading the comics, and they're pretty well put together, but it's a little bit difficult to understand. There's a lot of weird, like, anime stuff.
Can I take a look
Watch
at
my
those
fair
comics?
share of anime. I mean,
But it's nothing that you don't know already. Like, it speaks of the elements, 4 of them, but some of them know more. These comics are from different authors, different writers over time. I'd like you to roll investigation, Code Crusher.
ooh, investigation. I'm an internet troll. I know how to dig things up. And I rolled in general, so if it fails, obviously, an 8.
Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, any patterns. It just seems to be a bunch of comics.
All right. I'm just gonna read them until we do something with the group, like, you know, until someone makes a decision to go somewhere.
Gotcha. Let's see. Uber Kid. What are you looking for?
Just any scrap that's like a little bit outside, just to pick us some up, you know, laying around.
Roll investigation.
Make sure I got this. All right.
Let's see. Nice. So you rummage around outside, and you do find a small-looking antenna device. It's just a bit of scrap, but it could be combined with other scrap, including what Code Crusher salvaged from the Star Fragment site.
Alright. That's it. I'm just going to get a little bit more of that, so that, and after that, I'm going to go meet up.
Gotcha. And Gideon, you're just doing your.
I'm
What
going
are
to
you
work out for a little bit, and afterwards, I'm going to, take one of the Avatar comics and see what I could depict or dissect from it to at least know what the hell I'm supposed to be or any of the sort.
Roll investigation.
All right. Jesus, again, a dump stat. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one of them nights.
You don't really find much. Max, you are just doing your early day routine. Is there anything else you wanted to do, or just?
I wanted to go see if I can trying to put Inch on some skincare. See he has some pretty white skin. Maybe offer him some products that help him tone up a bit.
Gotcha. You do see that he is a little bit preoccupied speaking with Diablo about what Diablo's been trying to teach him for the last couple of days. So I'll get back to you in just a second. Diablo.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to say to Inch before you attempt your lessons?
Okay, all right. So, let me right. You found this thing with you don't really have an attachment to it, right? Nothing, you know, that's not anything.
No offense, but I think your voice modulator is a little bit messed up.
Okay.
I don't really understand you.
Don't say anything. Don't tell anybody this is my voice, okay? It's not really my type of gig, you feel me? Okay, anyway, right? So, I was saying, this isn't like a family heirloom or anything, right?
Nope. It's out from the sky.
Okay, cool. Did you like music before? What's the type of music you liked?
Shoot, I mean, like all kinds of music. Guess I'm into rock. But
I guess everything except country.
I mean, I like country too.
I'm gonna hang my head a little bit.
Those are pretty cool.
All right, you have a lot to learn. All right, you said rock though, right? That's your thing.
Yeah. Not that I know how to play.
Oh no! Listen, that's perfect though. The first thing you gotta know about music is to feel the flow. You see, this thing looks like it could play some rock, but something other than rock, you know, some nice unique blend. What's some rock songs you like? All right, maybe we can start with something you know, the melodies, you know, makes it easier.
Okay, gotcha. And I would like you to make a wisdom check or a performance check.
Performance. I should kiss you in the mouth. I'm about to cook.
So you're going through the works with him, and you're not able to. I would say you're not making much of an impression on him. You can see that while he's trying to learn, he becomes slightly frustrated, but never enough to stop him.
And I talk to him in between.
There's a bit of a It just seems like there's a bit of a barrier, a kind of ceiling that he's trying to work through. You see that his fingers are a little bit jittery around the strings. He's not quite confident in the rhythm part that you're talking about.
Hey, itch. Listen, buddy. Look, I get what you're trying to work through it, but pace yourself. What's your favorite song right now? What's a rock song?
Shoot. Probably something like Holding the Air Back.
Holding the Air
It's
Back.
called, at least.
All right.
It's
Cool.
like a song about like things and stuff.
Cool. Hey, perfect. That's literally perfect. Okay. So how's the song make you feel?
That's a little personal. Roll persuasion.
Okay, bet. You said persuasion? Yo, come talk to me, gang. Come talk to me. Come here. Come here. Let me talk to you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh, that is not good. What the fuck even is that? I don't even know what even is that? What happened?
I don't know.
All right, I'm
Couldn't
back.
tell you. Welcome back.
Nice.
Oh, hey.
You see that he looks down at his guitar that you see, and he looks back up, and you see that there's a bit of a sadness in his eyes. Makes me feel like not enough. Like there's more out there. There are kings and queens amongst us, and I'm just one of the pawns.
Well, one. Everybody is.
Let me stop you right there. I'm sure everybody feels this way. It's just, I feel like maybe I made a mistake hiring.
Then why don't you unretire?
Oh, got kind of a life outside of the game. Got a girlfriend. Got a friend.
See what you did there. But that doesn't mean your life has to stop because you have a new life. You're the master of your own destiny. You see, that's what got me into music. It's the performative stuff about it. Like how you said how the song makes you feel, right? That's a part of you. You know, being a player, it's a part of you. It's not something that goes away. Shit, man. I mean, I just found out I'm from a different universe. Shit.
I'm not the master of my own destiny yet, at least, until I figure my way out. Just like you and this guitar, figuring your way out here. Take it one step at a time and try to feel the rhythm. There's no reason to rush it. We got all the time in the world. I mean, we are dead. I mean, me.
You're right. Okay. Let me try again.
Right.
Think about what you said. Choose your own destiny.
Exactly. Master of both universes, baby.
Diablo, roll performance at advantage.
Oh, it's fucking I'm tough. I'm actually tough.
If
Oh
you're
my
successful, you may be able to hear just what kind of music is played on this strange weapon.
God. Yeah, come on. Yes, please,
And you're actually able to hear the music that's being played, this strange rock music. It's not like he's playing. You can tell from him being an amateur that he's not playing. But for some reason, the instrument seems to play itself.
Is it like this rock music I heard before?
It is. In fact, it's playing right now if you can hear the bot. It almost makes you feel invigorated, like you could take on the world. You feel electrified. You are inspired from this music.
Whoa!
But it doesn't seem to be him playing.
That's the flow. What is it? I feel it. I hear it. What? Hey, Edge. Let me see your finger placements.
You see that he takes his hand off of the guitar and it continues playing.
What the fuck? Dude, look! It's playing your song. Holy fuck!
Do you hear it?
Yeah. Do you?
I hear her. I hear her voice.
What Man, I'm not... I feel different. This is a good different. Hold up. Let me see something.
When you listen in a little bit, you too can hear a muffled voice. Almost as if this is some sort of instrumental. And this voice is nothing like anything you've ever heard. You couldn't even replicate it if you tried. And it's extremely muffled, very, very hard to hear. As if something is suppressing it.
Can I make out the lyrics?
After a bit of time, roll perception. Let's see if you can make out what's being said.
Because if I could make it out, I would like to sing it if it's possible. Ah, fuck.
You're not sure just what it's saying.
Yo, Edge.
Roll history.
Edge, I hear this thing. See, this is like a soul, a will of his own. I don't. It's
Diablo,
14.
you vaguely remember one of your allies talking about a woman's voice. You're just not sure which ally it was.
Oh shit! What? Would I know if I know as a player? Because I do remember who.
Yes, if you can remember, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, where's Max Mog at? Where is he?
You see that he's in the bathroom, and
is he staring at himself?
Through the crack, you see that he's looking in the mirror, but you see that he's applying several topical creams and masks that make his skin vibrant.
The fuck? Yo, Max.
He said he was gonna be right back.
Fuck.
He said he was gonna.
He's mogging.
Yes,
He's
very
he's-
focused on his routine
he's-
currently.
He's very intent on getting
But
his
yeah, we can definitely
Can I ask Edge one more question before we dip?
Yeah.
Edge, can I see it? What happens if somebody who knows how to play a instrument tries to play it? I want to see something.
Here you go.
All right. Side, do I Do I feel rejected? Do I feel like it's going to smite me? To death?
No. You actually feel like it's pretty comfortable in your hands.
Huh?
However, when he hands it to you, it stops playing altogether.
Okay. Well, Inch, you learned a couple of things. One, whoever this thing is, it vibes with your soul. Because it stopped playing when I touched it. And two,
Do you have art of his guitar?
I do not. It is a black guitar that's almost in like an X, like an electric guitar. You see that it has 4 strings that line the front, kind of like a ukulele, and on the left side that would face towards your chin if you were holding it like a regular guitar, that's where the keyboard side is. And it looks pretty stylish. It's hard to believe this thing just up and fell from the sky and came from a meteorite.
I believe my boy.
To your knowledge, he hasn't done anything to it.
Wow. Listen, you get good at playing this thing because you made it activate just by being, a beginner, an amateur. Could you imagine how crazy this thing could be if you actually got to it? You see, this is what I've been telling you.
Yeah.
Your life.
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
Listen,
Thanks.
music's my game. Look, if we keep up the lessons, maybe once or twice a week, even more, I promise you're gonna get it. And then with this type of power, you can be a player and keep your girl safe from whatever. Trust me. I'm pretty good about this stuff.
Thanks. See that he offers a small smile. And you see your allies are currently in the living room. They're milling and eating about. There still is the objective to find 2 additional star fragments, as per Ribbon's board.
Oh shit! Actually, can I go up the ribbon?
Yeah.
Hey,
You see that he's sitting in a pile of styrofoam cups.
Is that comfy or what are you?
You see that he wiggles his hips as he's sitting, adjusting himself.
Okay.
What do you need?
All right. 2 things. First of all, do you have a little indicator or anything where we can find more star fragments?
I do not.
Fair
But
enough.
to my knowledge, Code Crusher has been designing something that just might help. So you'll have to talk to him about that.
I'm gonna look up from the comic book. Yes. We actually have to leave the apartment though, because the thing we're attempting could bring the fuzz.
Fair enough. And second, what do you know about parallel universes? I do. Sorry, force of habit. Yeah, you. You're a guide, right? So you gotta know at least some basic information.
Yeah, I'm a guide, not a quantum physicist. I don't know anything about that. Alternate dimensions. Are you sure that stuff is real?
Sai, coming from a family that has a player in its background, would I know about like the old helpers, or were they not like around even then?
Yes, you would. I would say you have definitely seen players with those impish creatures beside them.
Diablo, try asking the sky for help. Just look up.
What?
Just do it. It might work. I don't know.
Are you trying to pull a prank? The prank channels aren't cool anymore, bro.
I need help! I'm gonna raise my hand.
When you say that, everything looks normal, just as it was before you said that. However, you see a little speck flying from the sky.
Oh, I'm gonna look.
It descends closer and closer to the window of the apartment until you see this small, looks like you could hold it in just 2 hands like a teddy bear, this red, impish, demonic-looking creature with a single eye.
Oh my
You see
god.
that it floats beside you, and it raises its hand.
We can do this. Oh, my dad did this all the time.
Hello.
This is cool.
I'm gonna take
Whoa.
him in my hands. I'm taking it in my hands.
These
So
are like
little.
little helper info bot things that you can just
That's
ask,
right.
like,
I'm a virtual assistant. I'm the virtual assistant classic. So you can customize me with any skins you might find along your quests.
Oh,
Why?
really?
dude,
You
some of the
can't
top
have
players have
two
the coolest
assistants.
skins. Oh my god, you can have them
So-
follow you around a lot, and like
Oh,
you
wait,
can
wait.
just make them pop too. Like you can just blow him up.
Wait,
by
wait,
just...
wait.
Okay.
I want to
He
hear
said
him.
something. He
Oh.
said something about
Sorry to interrupt. I was saying you can't have two assistants, so you'll have to tell Ribbon goodbye, or myself.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Well,
that sucks.
well.
We don't
goodbye,
need your
little dude.
assistance.
wait, whoa.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, you
You're
talking to
telling
the Amber
Ribbon
Ribbon.
I'm gonna die?
No, I'm not
No,
I
telling
was just gonna
Ribbon.
get fired.
No. You're fine. I mean, you haven't done anything.
We're just telling the little
Yeah.
robot to go.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna-
yeah,
I'm gonna-
yeah, shoo. Oh, well, although I am contractually obligated to state that if you do go with the virtual assistant, I will not hold it against you.
I'm sending the little imp back into the sky. Goodbye, little friend.
See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder why they. I wonder why they do like physical assistance now.
Maybe it's easier to outsource. I mean,
I don't know. I thought they always just made those guys. You think it'd be harder to actually find people to hire to do? I'm gonna look at Ribbon. This.
how much do you get paid?
This is fun, and I am under a non-disclosure agreement. I cannot tell you that.
So you don't get paid a lot.
I didn't say that, but it's not the most lucrative job.
I know. It's okay,
but
man. Like,
it
you know.
it is consistent. It's
Okay.
better than my last job.
Right.
At least he's
All right. Well, we're stuck with less answers, but I say we head out of here into a middle of nowhere area while we're walking, so we can try this phone nonsense. In case we have to throw the phone in a dumpster and blow it up.
Agreed.
Let's
go.
Okay.
You see that he stands up, tall. He goes to the bathroom to grab Max, and everyone heads out. You all are walking towards which city exit? The one that you came from, or the one that leads to one of the other cities, which would be a north or south. Well, no, actually, it's the same route, so it would just be the single exit, and it forks off into two
forks
paths.
to Demora and then Dean Daco.
Day and Daco, yes.
It's coming. It's gonna take time to get used to these.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, couldn't we just like start walking? Like, where is that like peninsula like thing up top? Like, where does that go? Like, is that like kind of like nothing land, like beach type stuff, or
are you talking about? Oh,
like at the map
don't
atop
know,
from?
actually.
I might as well explore more Agliolio because the quest is still kind of. Well, I mean, the quest isn't specifically here. You know, yeah. Let's have we head towards the exit in case we have to go somewhere else.
Ouch.
Yo, is
Ah! My leg.
weapon store or
Jeez,
something
I'm
around
gonna look
here?
at Lucky Duck.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
Are
at
you
it.
good?
Yo, I think your modulator broke, bro.
Olive.
Alright, fair enough. Yo, but,
But Diablo, you said you wanted to look for some sort of store.
I want a gun.
Oh, Max. So you come back just in time for. You've been pulled out of the house as your group is now going to investigate anything that can help lead to the objective, which is finding 2 additional star fragments. But Diablo did want to speak with you, and currently Inch is following Diablo since you do have unfinished business.
Oh shit.
You know,
Oh.
you see, I just like break my mogging look.
Yo, can I
Allies.
Yo, is it like a feedback? Like, do I get physically pushed back? as he breaks his fucking streak.
I didn't break it.
I know,
He breaks his stare. Excuse me. Sorry.
You just hear someone sound.
Yeah. So when he breaks his Morgan stare, I wanna. It's not like a crazy resistance. I'm not getting blown back, but like
We hear the muscles relax.
I can feel like a force push against
Short breeze.
me. Yeah.
You just hear a voice in your head.
What was that? Must have been the wind.
I was taking a long rest.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Yeah, this guy is insane, bro.
It's been 4 hours, correct? Finished up.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What the fuck was that? You know what? Not now. Yo,
I'm gonna look at him because how did he hear me still fucking talking his head?
oh shit! I'm up for all you started here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you see Ribbon just looking around. That's right. We're Naglioio.
Everybody's staring.
I'm gonna scratch my head a bit. No, because I was confused for a second.
There was a lapse in time there for a second.
I'm going to, okay, alright. So, quick question.
Sounds like less than NPC. I was gonna say that in your head, Diablo.
What? No, listen, just listen to me, alright? So, you said when you came down that you heard a lady's voice, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yo, so, Inch's guitar, yo, it like,
Is it the same vibration?
nah, there was like a lady talking while he was playing the music, and then the music started playing itself. You remember any music when you came down?
Yes. It was heavenly. I'm gonna play back my memory to him. Of the sound I heard. Just hear me a minute.
Oh my
He's
God.
on playback.
He can play back fucking music from his head.
Well, sorry, did it sound like this, but more, rock themed?
It did not know.
Nah, it wasn't like this, bro. It's different.
Maybe
But-
I did see something strange from my dream when I first awoke. There seemed to have been several entities there, as well as the voice I heard. They were attacked by some dark creature. So it's possible that this guitar is related to one of the others.
Sounds like some god mumble jumble business.
Possibly. It was quite heavenly. I
So,
have to think of a new word for it. Heavenly isn't sounds too smart.
well, Unit.
Divinely.
This nigga just ignored me, bro.
Would anyone else like to do anything while you're walking towards the outskirts, the exits of the city towards the east is where you're going currently?
I found a gun.
I'm gonna go to Itch. So, you said this was place I could get my questions answered, right?
Here? Well, I'm not sure about that.
You mentioned something about police records.
Oh. Yeah, that's not here. That'd probably be in Shanghai. A lot of police over there.
Oh!
I'm kind of fish out of water when it comes to stuff like that. So what's currently happening? What's in the new?
Now, see that he places his hands in the back of his neck.
Like updates?
I'd say there was a murder. A player over in Nudo Kyo. That's all I know. But I wasn't there when it occurred, so not sure. Hey, you should probably talk to Fane. If you head to the party with us on the 13th, and I'll speak to him. I know he can answer more questions than I can. He's more in the know about this kind of stuff. I get most of my stuff from Cindy. She's on social media all the time.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll tag along with this party. But yeah, thanks.
No problem. Diablo, roll perception.
Okay, I'm perceiving.
And Max, you do see that there is a tailor in town. It's a pretty low-key clothing shop, double story. You can see that the top is more like a home, but the bottom is a place for just regular people. A lot of the fits is, well, the only way I can sum them up is they look like there's something straight out of the 80s. A lot of leather jackets, a lot of baggy pants, and a lot of questionable hair and body products. Questionable as in what might they do to the atmosphere.
Oh, he's actually right.
Is there like a tech store as well? Like while everyone's stopping, is it like on this apparent strip of stores?
I only know
roll
it looks
perception.
good. I don't know much about the environment.
Wait, you said perception?
Yes, and you can roll at advantage since Uber Kid is looking for something as well. And Diablo, you don't quite find anything. This seems like a pretty peaceful town.
Yo, can I ask Ribbon?
Yeah. What would
Hey.
you like to ask him?
Hey, Ribbon.
Yep.
This may sound charged, and I promise it's not because of you, okay? Alright? Still with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where can I get a gun?
Probably a store that sells guns.
Okay.
I'm no expert,
Alright.
but I would say a store that sells guns.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look at a Diablo. You didn't start with one when you became a player. Pull out my pistol.
You got a gun?
Yes, I used it during the last battle. I think.
Where
Me
did you get a
too.
gun?
I'm gonna pull out my gun.
What? Oh, my pocket knife. What's with this?
Well, hopefully you can find the gun soon. I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk to the tailor shop real quick, side.
Gotcha. And if you do find any outfits, they will be about, I would say, it is going to be 20 credits.
Nice.
And you can post whatever you'd like
I'm gonna
in the
look
art
at him.
channel.
Can I? I'm gonna talk to the receptionist and talk in their head. Hello. Can I get? I need to be tailored. I need some new measurements. My old ones are no longer up to date anymore.
Measurements, huh?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna send him the measurement. I'm gonna give him the measurements I listed down that I also gave to Diablo the other day.
Ah,
These were my old ones.
so you came prepared. What are you, some kind of social person, content creator?
At one point I was. A different life.
Ah, not many can stay in that kind of life. You see, he's saying this as he is measuring you by a myriad of mirrors that surround you both. What made you stop?
Well, I was doing a challenge for my channel, Ogmaxer. It was the the mewing streak challenge, where to see how long you go on a mewing streak before you break it. And challenge you would go without eating food or water for quite some time.
Wait a sec.
Went on.
You said your name was Ogmaxer?
Yes, that was my channel. I went by the host tag Max Mog.
Sheesh. How long you been in the game? Cause that ain't the first time I heard that name.
I don't remember the last time I uploaded, but I would say I've been going at it strong for about 10 years.
Sheesh. Well, yeah, I'd say a couple months back, some guy came in here mentioning the same name. Tall fella, dark skin. He had like a silver visor, sorts. He said that he watched a lot of mogging in his time. Said it cost him his sight.
I guess he kept watching a lot of truly above average individuals. Careful, because beauty can find it.
Well, no offense, but given your face, I'd say you two might be connected.
Really?
Yeah.
Subscribers.
Said the guy was straight-faced for more than 48 hours. He said he watched the entire time, from start to finish.
around hour 48, I do remember passing out and woken up in a hospital. They tried to revive me, but I was too malnourished.
Oh. So you. like it.
On the third day, at least I could say that I didn't break my streak. It's still going strong.
Oh, so
I'm just
you're.
gonna show him how strong my jawline is now. I'm gonna shush him a bit and show him the side of my cheek.
My word. So you're a player now.
Yes.
Well
Quite an
then,
interesting circumstance.
since you're a player, I'll give you 50% off discount.
Thank you.
10 credits is all this will run you. Now go on and pick out a suit. You see that he takes his tape measure, snaps it back into place, and you could go and find your outfit if you'd like.
It's funny because the only measurement that didn't change was the hat. Everything else is so much larger.
My man's giving him like incredible backstory. He was like, damn.
Code Crusher, you and Uber Kid do find a tech shop, but this tech is kind of, I'd say remedial. When you go in, it looks like something straight out of maybe 20 years ago. A lot of the computers are older. Some of them look like they couldn't even be cracked if you tried your hardest. There's a lot of corporate computers inside of there. There is some technical equipment, but for the most part, nothing that could enhance an advanced project. But you may be able to find something that might help you with your Starfinder problem.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the guy. I need like a thumb drive, hard drive. What you got?
Depends. Need a lot of data? What's it for?
Stripping a phone.
Okay. All the phone's data?
As much as I can get, except for security information. Like, you know.
Gotcha. I've got a little something, but it'll run you 50 creds.
Yeah, fine. Whatever. I need to get the information off this as a last resort, so take that. Also, let's see. Do you have anything to pick up or help pick up signals? Like maybe even weak ones?
Oh, we've got a collection of antennas.
Can we get like a few of a dozen, please?
Well, depending on the device, you may only need 2.
How much
What's
would
the machine look like?
Well, currently we're running out of a piece of shit laptop, but how about we get some for a laptop right now if it's not a ton of creds, and then how about we get some for a phone? Because, you know, they're everywhere.
All right. I'll throw in the antenna for an extra 10 creds. So that makes 60.
60.
I have a
Awesome.
question.
What's up?
Do you have a USB hub for the phone, just in case if I need to charge it for the laptop?
I'll throw it in. So where are those creds?
I'm gonna hand them over.
On my hands.
Thank
I'll split half with him.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So each of you lose 30 credits, and you gain a phone USB hub. You gain a microchip card that is used for storage, for the phone at least, and a set of antennas, 2 extendable antennas that can connect via USB to extend the signal of a device, medium-sized device. So it won't really work on a desktop, but it will work on a laptop.
And what was that called, the last one? Antenna chip?
Which device? The antenna?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a double antenna.
Okay. Alright, and then, do you have any of those body enhancement mods? I know they had some old ones, but I don't know if you have any.
Like Like implants, like cybernetics?
Yeah.
Nah, man. That stuff's way too advanced. I'll tell you what, though. Nudokio, I know a guy who sells some stuff like that. Let me give you his address.
Awesome. That would be preem.
Mm-hmm.
You see that he slips you a business card. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Also,
Alrighty.
for me, can I have a little bit of some tentacle wires?
You need antennas or wires?
Just wires.
For what?
For just, you know, small devices. If anything, I need to like split some wires in. Just little basic stuff.
Some wire scrap?
Yeah.
That'll run you 10 creds.
I'm gonna give him the 10 credit.
And you can add wire scrap to your inventory.
Thank you.
And for everyone else, you all are met up right now, and you see that Max comes out with a kind of velvety fit, dark blue. You see that he has a nice suit vest over a button-up, with a jacket hanging off of his shoulders.
I'm gonna hit that same pose when I walk up as well.
Yeah, it's something straight out of a TV show, at least for you, Gid. But all of you are met up currently, and you're on the border of the outskirts of town. Just past the concrete sidewalks, you see that there are cornfields that extend as far as the eye can see. There is a road that leads out, and you think maybe at the end you see a fork. Not a utensil, but like a.
That would have been scary, just seeing one of the.
Just a random fork.
Yeah.
And currently it is noon.
All right. Well, let's try this here. So, okay, Uber kids. So the plan, we're gonna try to crack into it so we can listen to their communications. And if that doesn't work and it starts sending an alert to them, we're just gonna try to take as much of the data off the phone onto the storage drive so we can, you know, plug it into the computer and try to see what we like manage to salvage.
All right.
Okay, so
you think it should be possible? We should just scrap the storage first, then we can do the final joint.
Well, that might downloading it off their servers might cause an alert itself.
Facts. That might be right. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
With the
So.
ritual.
Okay, and then size. So, that's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to like sneak our way in to hearing their communications by like logging into their stuff. But you know, if it starts sending an alert, if we fail, I'm just gonna try to take all the data off, and then we're just gonna ditch the phone and like blow it up.
Okay. For everyone else, you see the two hackers of your group have set up a makeshift camp by the border of the road in the cornfields. You see that they've set up a lot of scrap tech in a circle, including the laptop that was confiscated. You see that they are fiddling with it, Uberkid and Code Crusher, a little bit. You see that they connect this weird-looking antenna to the top of the laptop, and you see that the phone is connected via USB to the laptop, and all of them are powered on. All you can hear is typing and the sounds of birds in the fields.
You said they were next to like a fork and like a.
There is a fork far down the road that you can see.
You guys should see Max looking at the fork. See, he puts up his both his hands in the shape of an L, and then he looks over to his left hand and nods his head. You can tell like he's like smiling a bit through his streak.
Code Crusher or Uberkid.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to make an intelligence check. And just like before, if you're proficient in hacking tools, you can add your proficiency bonus to this check.
So am I.
Yeah.
So do you want to help me or do you want me to help you? Because last time you tried doing the laptop, yeah, okay. I was gonna say.
Since we're both proficient,
all right.
So
Code Crusher, roll at advantage.
And that's intelligence?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh,
it's gonna be one of the nights.
No, it's one of those days.
Can I try to recover it? Can I try to recover it? Please, can I try to recover it?
I don't think there is a way you can. So
yeah, we don't have any like weird abilities.
You don't manage to bypass any of StarCorp's defenses. Roll 1d4.
Oh wait. So because of my race, tireless precision, I'm proficient with a tool of my choice. I can add a D4 to the check's total. I know it might not help much, but
It actually would not help here at all.
oh, even if I got okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's not even for the minimum security level. I'm very
No.
sorry.
Oh, damn. Okay, so
But roll 1d4 and we'll see how many more attempts you have, since hacking does have multiple attempts.
okay.
At least for breaching a device. So you have 2 more attempts before the system locks you out remotely.
Let me try.
Yeah, you do this one, and then if you fail that one, I'll do the last one.
I'm gonna crack my
Alright,
hands.
Kid, roll at advantage.
Crack
An
my
intelligence
hands.
check.
You see us sweating over here, we're typing away.
Damn.
Oh, yes!
IT.
Nice. So you managed to breach the security. While you're on the device's network, what would you like to do? You see that there are several file paths that you can go down. One is a file path that goes over employee schedules, which you already know the most of. And the other goes into some of the schematics for devices that StarCorp produces.
Devices.
I would say we can go to employees, but I think we should go to the devices category.
Yeah, if we can get their schematics and stuff, that's like, we can blackmail, we can copy stuff, and then, you know, in case we have to make one of those radars, we have the schematics for it.
Have that too, and we also gonna learn they new recent like security updates. So yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, we're going to dictate the schematics. Yeah.
And then we're gonna, as we're going through it, we're gonna download it onto the phone, the storage thing we bought.
Nice. So you download these schematics and you learn how to make a star finder, a one-time device that will allow you to predict when the next meteorite will drop in Dinner Row.
Nice.
And it will take a few hours to actually create this device. You find that you actually have the materials, but you will have to salvage the laptop's parts to create it.
Okay.
Laptop's old as shit anyway, so.
Yeah.
Before we scrap the laptop, while we have everything plugged in, do we have to make another hacking check to try to go through the employee records and things like that to download that too?
No, you can download it.
Okay, yeah, I just want to download everything off the phone, and then once we have everything downloaded, unplug the chip. I'm gonna hold on to it, and then we can just scrap everything and start making the Starfinder.
Nice. And if you're logging what's on the phone, you can put the StarCorp employee information from the date 105, 1.05, and you can also add the Starfinder schematics.
While we in the computer, since we are going to using it for the phone, can we make like a fake cover star employee like account, since we can use it to log in and then back into the phone?
You would like to make like a fake employee login?
Yeah, so we can be able to like, it won't like seem suspicious like how we just instantly downloaded this stuff.
So you'd like to try to access this device again later on if possible, or access this network?
Yeah.
Okay. I will need a, let's see what check this is. This is going to be another intelligence check. But this one will be, if you fail, that's it. There will not be multiple attempts.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so after we get everything, I guess our plan was to blow it up anyway, so yeah, do it.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
And yeah, that fails. You're not able to create a successful login. But you're about to dismantle the laptop anyway. Roll 1d4 to see how many hours it's going to take for this.
Okay. All right.
It's already been about 1 hour.
I can
And if
imagine
anyone else would
we're
like
all
to do
just,
anything while this is happening, please put it in the general chat.
I can imagine we're all just chilling. We're just hearing. Do we destroy it yet?
Nice. So as you're repurposing this laptop into a star finder, it's going to take 2 hours. In those 2 hours, all of you are here with ribbon and inch. If you'd like to do something, please let me know.
That Starfinder schematic was the only schematic on there?
Yes. Oddly enough, it seems like that's the only like actual device that all employees know how to produce.
Huh.
We're back at the area where we found like the meteorite, right?
No, you're on the outskirts of town.
Okay.
of Agliolio.
Is there a phone store nearby?
You did pass by a tech store. If you'd like to go back there while this is happening, you definitely could. You're not far from the town.
Okay. Buy a new phone.
Gotcha. So, let me get the price on that. And for Diablo, I'm sorry, I did mean to tell you, yeah, it's fine that you do actually manage to find your pocket pistol in the bottom of your bag. Maybe it's in a compartment that you hadn't checked before.
Yeah, damn, how the fuck did you forget the strap, homie? Say no.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I forgot my gun.
What a silly goose.
That's the first rule when you check the window, bro. You can't forget the strap.
Right.
Alrighty. And a phone is going to run you back. Let's do the conversion, ladies and gentlemen.
200.
So, you see that there are multiple kinds of phones. You see that there are older mobile phones which have a smaller screen and actual physical buttons. AKA if you were in the bigger circles before Gideon, these are the poor people phones. And there are also smartphones that are more your speed, but they're a little bit more expensive. And at this point, you're realizing that those riches that you have amassed over the years are completely gone.
Yeah. Gideon just like Gideon just clutches his heart like how Goku did in one of those Dragon Ball arcs.
So the
like,
regular phone will run you back 30 credits. And
he'll get the
it's going to run you back 150 credits.
Wait, do I have 150 credits? I'm not sure. I should.
You should, bro, because you should, but like, then you started with gold, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have converted your gold into credits. Like we all got credits. I think I got like 200.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, then yeah, I'll buy it.
Gotcha. And you gain a smartphone, and it's working. It has a signal. I assume you'd like to add everyone as a contact as soon as possible. You finally have your phone back after about 5 days of being alive. And you return to your allies after the 2-hour time frame. I'll say that's how long it took you to go to the store, gauge the new tech, and return back to your allies. So you can add a smartphone to your inventory, smartphone or smartphone computer, whatever you like.
Yeah, basically what I like on my way back, I just pretty much just like transfer all the contacts I once had, but I mean, except for the ones that I know for a fact don't even matter, like Jerry, because
nice. So when you return to your allies, you see that they've made a new development, Code Crusher and Uber Kid. As soon as you start up this Starfinder device, you see that it functions, the UI layout functions most like a sonar. However, you see that it lists that there is a date when the atmosphere changes around Agliolio. It's kind of hooked up to a weather system that updates regularly. And through this, you find that the next star fragment drops on the 8th. And you know the general location of where it's going to be. In fact, you can go to that location now as it's further down the path. If you'd like.
Oh. Well, maybe we can set up some traps, get familiar with the area, guys, because we know where it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we check it out? Make sure there's nothing there that we could clear out now to save us some trouble later, or maybe set up some trouble for StarCorp.
Familiar faces.
Yeah. See what we have to deal with.
Sure, I'm down. I'm ready to tell to a reviewer.
Make sure we don't become underhanded. I'm gonna pull out my gun.
And as everyone is gearing up to leave, you're walking down the path currently towards the fork in the road. Once you get there, the Starfinder does denote that it's towards the right, so it would be towards the path that's going to Dayendako, aka the southern city of Dinner Row. Would you like to continue down the path?
Sure.
my Starfinders.
Yes, sir.
As you're walking, I'd like someone to roll
Starfinders.
perception.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm a perceptive boy.
Can I help? Oh, never mind. He might not need it.
If you
You can help.
All right, bet. Yeah, I'll help you.
roll at advantage.
I got you.
You just roll again.
At 13.
Now, so that 13.
When you look, Uber Kid, towards where you're going, you notice that there is a rummaging in the cornfields. You see that some of the corn that stacks a little bit higher than the others shakes a little bit. I'd say about 50 feet from where you're standing. You're not able to see what caused this, but you can tell that there is a creature close.
I'm gonna whistle to the team. There's a creature nearby, near that bush. I'm gonna gesture towards the area.
All right. Heard. Well,
Are we going to delta this thing? I mean, are we going to zero this thing or no?
I mean, if
I
we
don't
can
think
creep
we
past
should.
it.
Yeah, let's
I
have
don't think we should. If it's not bothering us, then what's the point?
have one of our self DP.
I mean, we could always see if maybe it has something important. Maybe you know, we can practice a bit.
I mean,
And plus, we
killing shit?
can get the jump on it. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. That's a when in Rome, right?
I like this.
I don't even know where Rome is or what Rome is. I know it's a saying.
Yeah, I never got that saying either. Is it like a place, food?
Oh, they have that where you're from?
I'll look
Yeah,
at
they
it, see
have
if
that
it-
where I'm
if it-
from.
if
I
it-
don't get it though.
Okay.
What did you say?
I want to look ahead and see if anything happened because I know we're talking. I want to look over at the bush.
No, you see that the whatever's in this field seems to be moving more inward, like away from the road.
Oh, like away from us, basically.
Yes.
Guys, I think it's moving. Let's sneak up on it.
Okay. I'm down.
If you're really loud, stay in the back.
All right.
I'm really loud. How much
You
I
guys
stay a little bit
insist.
So, who is sneaking in the front? We'll use your stealth check here.
I'll sneak.
All right.
I'll sneak.
back. Okay.
Gideon,
Well,
roll stealth.
you said it first, bro.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, only one person sneaking?
So you're sneaking. Well, no, this is just the person in front, so they're kind of leading the sneak. Gid, you're moving through the cornfields, and you notice while you're in this sea of stalks, there is a female that's walking, and you see that she looks rough. You're not able to make out who it is from behind as they disappear in between the stalks of corn between you. Would you like to get close?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little closer, but I would assume I have most of my party's contacts, right? So I could just shoot them a quick text.
Yes, and most of them are pretty close to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alright.
It's
What
almost
No,
about
I
like
didn't know.
SWAT
I
team
didn't know.
moving
I
through a
thought
cornfield right
I was taking point. So I'm gonna let
Can I
them
have
know.
my cantrip ready? Just
Yeah, for
like a
if you
whip. Just
see anything.
yeah.
There's a woman up there. She looks rough around the edges, but I'll keep my guard up. Get closer.
When you get closer, you notice that this person is familiar. It's Cindy, in fact.
What the fuck?
You realize that she never showed up to the apartment last night. In fact, you haven't seen her in a day. You see that she doesn't notice you and she's just aimlessly walking through the cornfield.
Is Itch nearby?
He is, but he's a little bit further towards the back as he's a little bit hesitant about what's going on.
Yo, hey Itch. Yeah, I'm gonna whisper, but not too loudly. Itch, come up here.
You hear a rustling in the cornfields before you see his face peek through. What's up?
Dude, I think that's your lady up there,
What are you talking about?
Cindy. She hasn't been home, like for a day. She looks worse for wear, man.
What? 1 second.
Follow me.
He follows you. And you approach her, and you see that he stands in front of her. Cindy. Cindy. You see he grabs both of her shoulders and shakes her a little bit. Is anyone a doctor?
Nah, I'm not good with the
Don't
whole
think so.
doctor thing.
I don't think so.
I'm
Sorry.
not really a doctor.
You see that he kind of turns her towards the road. Let's leave this cornfield.
Yeah.
And you see that she doesn't really protest. She's kind of just walking aimlessly. And you reach the road once again. And you see her a little bit more clearly now, and she does look rough, like there was some kind of struggle.
So,
Ooh.
Sai, I want to be the last one to leave. Can I roll a perception check to see where she was heading to?
Yes, roll perception, although it's difficult since there is a sea of corn in front of you.
Fair point. There we go.
I mean, Gideon, if you want someone,
Oh my God.
you already checked.
You're
What
not
are these
sure where she
knives?
was headed. But given the point on the radar, it may not have been good. Uber Kid, you said you wanted to check her for anything?
Yeah, to help her a bit since I do a little bit medical. I think.
All right, roll investigation or medicine.
Yes, I got you. Let me see. Wow.
Wow.
Cooked. Today's that night.
You're not sure what you are seeing. It's hard to find the clues of what happened to her. Some of her clothes look like they have a bit of dirt on them, but you're not sure if this is just from walking in corn or something else.
Oh no.
Can I try looking?
Roll investigation or medicine.
Alright.
As this is all occurring, you see that Inch is waving his hand in front of her face. And you see that her pupils are slightly gazing up at the sky.
Ooh!
But-
Jesus Lord!
and what does?
Nat 20.
When you look closely at this woman, you see that a few things actually. You notice that parts of her hair are standing on end. And you notice that there are some slight burns by her temple. These are electrical burns, suggesting that there was some sort of static presence she came into contact with.
Oh, did she get
You
fucking
also notice
robbed?
that there was a protrusion coming from the front of her pocket. There's something inside of her pocket.
I'm gonna reach in her pocket really quick.
You remove a spoon,
Oh shit.
and it looks new. Like your
She
utensils, it looks new.
guys, she found Starcore.
What?
Look, I'm gonna point to the electrical injury area. She was messing with the big guy, the guy with the lightning.
Wait, I'm
What?
gonna talk at Lucky Duck's head. Hold on a sec. Got a spoon?
Yeah, she's got a
I'm gonna
spoon.
get her. I'm gonna look over at her, and I'm gonna try to talk to her head. Hello, Cindy. You here?
You receive yes as a response. But it's not exactly in her voice. You can tell it is her, but she's lost. Almost voiceless.
Is everything all right? What happened to you?
She does not remember.
And do you feel any pain? These burns right here. Seems you were shocked. When I
You
put my
receive
hand
a
on her-
message in your head that you cannot mistake, Max. I will type it in the general chat.
I'm gonna look over at Diablo and talk in his head.
Mhm.
It says she hears, I hear a voice of God.
Voice of God.
You relate that to everyone.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, Films. Listen. Apparently, Sydney is saying she hears the voice of God or some shit. She's still there, I think.
I'm
If
I'm
she's
gonna-
talking to him.
I'm
It's,
gonna
Did
pull
some
up
of
my
us get that
phone.
message?
Yeah, we definitely got that message after.
You see that
Wait,
Inch does not
words
look
of
pleased. That bastard. He must have did something to her. Something that allowed her to gain SP.
But she's not a player though.
Yeah,
Which is
right?
probably why it's affecting her like this.
You're
think so,
probably
too.
right.
Well,
Wouldn't
When
it
I
like
first
This
channeled my
star
star power,
Wait,
I wasn't a player either. It was when I was a
I was
kid.
going to ask that.
yes.
I didn't.
And
say
from the
I
looks
was-
of things, that guy who we were talking about, he has it too.
really?
And
Oh,
who's to say
God.
he's a player?
I'm gonna look at Inch. Yes. I suspect that Cindy may have become a player because of whatever has happened. Because we met him and he gave us all spoons similar to her. Spoons and utensils. Do you think that they're possibly trying to turn everyone into players? The NPCs.
I don't know. But I'm gonna figure this out.
Alright. Also,
You're not alone in this.
This came to mind. her voice
Don't go doing anything crazy.
sounded distant. She's almost not there entirely. Maybe we can reach her some way. Do you think that you can play that song that you showed Diablo?
Yeah, but Diablo, can you help me?
Listen, I got you. So can I like show him? Do I remember how the song was being played? The keys.
You do, yes.
Right. You want to do it yourself, Inch, or do you want me to give it a go first?
Okay.
I believe in you.
I'll try.
Ready? Remember, feel the rhythm. Take it slow. Once you start feeling it, the keys are going to take over. Let's go.
Diablo, roll
Mhm.
performance at advantage. See
See
if as a teacher you can get this man going. As you're kind of helping him play the chords as well.
All
right.
Better get a performance.
And 1,
Dude,
2,
dude.
1, 2, 3.
Yay.
Oh fuck!
And
Got
advantage.
Oh wait,
That
for
You got advantage.
Muffle.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go!
Get a performance.
You see that he's very focused while he's playing. You see that he's nodding his head, and it seems a bit robotic at first, but he is trying to get into the rhythm that you're showing him, that you have shown him earlier today. You see that once he starts, it's like getting the ball rolling, a ball of snow. You see it gets larger and larger before you can hear the guitar playing its music.
I'm on my eyes. It's like slowly.
For everyone, this does sound a little bit abnormal, as if it's vibrating your insides. Not in a bad way. It's like you're at a good concert, but the musician who's playing the instrument is not really playing at all. The instrument is just kind of aiding this amateur. For Max, I'd like you to either roll Arcana at advantage or Perception, as you hear a muffled voice that's playing on this track, as if something is singing along. And the voice sounds familiar.
I'm gonna roll perception at advantage.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna go into this. Max
And
might not be
for
able
Lucky
to
Duck,
write
as you're
it.
looking at Cindy
He
currently,
knows people.
you see that her eyes begin fluttering. You notice that she is being lulled to sleep. Maybe this is best considering her condition.
Yeah.
And Max, you begin to hear the voice on the track clearly. Although the lyrics don't make a lot of sense contextually to you, you can hear this voice clearly. And it does sound, what did you say, divinely? It does sound very much like that. And it makes you question, is this the voice of God or something else? You are inspired. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna make sure to catch Cindy if she starts going forward a little bit.
Over towards
She falls forward, but very slowly, and into your arm, so no check required. as her body goes limp. She is unconscious currently.
I'm gonna go over to the
Lefty guy.
What's up?
Can I see a Kitar real quick? Let me see if I can help him.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna attempt to get it off my back because I'm holding her in my arms.
I'm not gonna just sit there and watch her do it.
And how hard is he grooving right now? Is Inch grooving?
He's not really grooving. You see, it's almost like he's focusing on an exam right now. This is his woman's life on the line.
I'm gonna just say to his head, keep going, you're doing good. And I'm gonna touch the guitar side. Now, I wanna try to see if I can, invoke my star power and try to see if I can, try to connect with the guitar or, try to feel it with just my psionic energy.
Interesting choice.
Resonate with this.
There's no check required. Max, you immediately have a vision flash in your head. You see it almost trails like you're traveling at maybe 10 times speed. It moves down the road and into the laboratory and down, down, down until finally you're before some sort of inner lab. Something strange. You see that there is a platform that sits over a red lit room. And you see at the end of this platform lies some sort of portal device. You can tell that this device has not been used in quite some time. What you're looking at may just be real time, as it is a message from the person who has granted you life once more. And she's not finished with this message. She speaks to you about the creature, the darkness that she's trying to ward away. And finally, you have a name to pair with this darkness. It is Ski Joelta. And I will type it in the general chat. This is some sort of language you're not familiar with.
Which... Oh, yeah. I was never going to spell that right, bro.
But you do have the impression that this is the antithesis of the person that gave you your gift. The antithesis of symmetry, the antithesis of beauty. This is ugly. This is mutation. This is treachery. This is darkness. And that is what seems to have possessed Cindy in this moment. But the play from Lutilla's guitar seems to have lulled her into a sense of security, a sense of sleep. But you're not sure how long this will last. You may have to take her to a medical examiner.
I'm gonna look out. I'm just gonna cough in his brain. Man, I think we've done it. But we need to get her to a hospital now.
He immediately stops playing. Let's go. Would everyone like to head back to the city? Or town? It's
which way is actually closer?
The location on the sonar is closer.
Well, no, I mean, how the sonar, is that like at all close to Daendako, or is that like?
It's not close to Daendako, no.
At all, yeah. Then we can go back to
If you're looking at the
Agliolia.
scale of the map, where the sonar leads you is not even the quarter-way point towards the town.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to Agliolia.
Would you like to go back, or would you like to split and map out the sonar area?
I don't know about splitting.
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind splitting, but I don't know about splitting.
If need
how about
be,
we
I'll
split?
go.
I think
I'll
me and
map out the
Uberkid should
sonar.
go, because we might be able to hack their sonar to say it gave them a false reading or something like that, or maybe just kill the reading. But maybe that would be suspicious to them. So we can try to figure
I'm gonna
something
look over
out.
at Inch. Do you think you can handle bringing Cindy back alone?
Yes.
I'll go with him. I'll go with him.
Yeah,
Make
I
sure
am
that he
going.
gets there.
I'm going
Sure.
too.
I'm gonna look back at the four of us that are staying behind, give them a thumbs up.
All right, Diablo and Gid, you're going with Inch,
Yeah.
and the three of you head off. Well, four, considering
before they
Cindy's in
leave, I
Inch's
tell
arms.
tell Diablo that make sure you guys come back about something important when I touch the guitar.
I got you. Don't worry. No, 0. Soon, I hope.
We sound like that.
Nod my head
Like
towards
what?
him.
Sounds
The
normal.
remaining 4, making 5 with ribbon, head towards the site. You pass through
where's my
a
voice
clearing
going?
of trees. I would like you to roll perception, someone, anyone.
It sounds
or both
normal.
of you.
Hey, you said perception?
Yes.
Yeah. Woo. Perception.
I'll be right back.
Who's rolling perception? Not me.
14. I'm locking in right now.
Yo,
So
me on the
you-
keytar? Like, come on now.
When you look towards the trees, you see that some of them have faces. It's immediately kind of creepy.
Hold
But
on.
the faces aren't very large. They're about the size of you. And there's no history check required. You can tell that these creatures seem like dryads. The same sort of plant-like creatures that came to the meteorite site last time. But it seems like these creatures are at peace. And given what you just found out about Ski Joelta, maybe that ugly, mutated presence is what caused them to be brought to life.
Oh.
But you reach the site and you see that there is a makeshift device that looks like a star finder, much different than the ones that your hackers created, but it looks very similar to the one you found at the last meteorite site. You can see that it is functioning. Would you like to do anything?
Why did you send that picture?
Oh my god. All the trees are mogging us. I can't stand it. Oh no. So, the 4 of us, do we think that me and Uberkid should hack it to maybe throw off the directions to, I mean, I don't know how often these things change. I mean, obviously, they probably are not spot on all the time. So maybe we could try to update the directions to send them like a mile or 2 in a different way so they miss it. But that might also alert them that someone was here and they might send people early or more people.
Look at them. Honestly, I think take our chances. I think what you
True.
said the first time was great. Although I didn't really understand the second portion.
Me
So,
neither.
try to throw them off?
Yes.
Okay.
I give him a thumbs
Okay.
up.
I was only saying because if they catch wind that someone's trying to throw them off, they might send more forces when they come to this fragment. But we can always take our chances. Plus, we could also get to know the trees. Maybe they can help with the people who are trying to do something weird to the land and desecrate bodies. Maybe they don't vibe with that. I'm gonna look at the trees. Someone else can talk to those trees. I'm just gonna start checking out the Starfinder in the meantime.
I'm gonna look over at Uberkid if he could talk to the trees. Uberkid or Lucky Duck, because I cannot talk to trees.
I'm gonna scratch my head. I don't think I can talk to trees.
By talking to trees, I mean we could verbally talk to them. I don't like plants, so I'm biased.
I'm gonna say that to Lucky Kid. Yes, I think it's better if we verbally speak with them because if they don't speak the same language, I can't communicate with them at all.
Oh.
Because I don't like trees. He doesn't verbally talk. And Uber Kid's mogging, so you're our best bet.
I'm gonna look at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna nod my head a bit, see his potential.
I will attempt to talk to a tree then.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help Lucky Kid by just
Lucky
mogging
Kid?
the tree.
Who is Lucky Kid?
Lucky Duck. I'm gonna
You
help
head
Lucky
to
Duck by
one
mogging
of
the
the
tree.
trees, and you see that its face looks at peace, like it is sleeping. Its eyes are closed, and it doesn't have much of a humanoid body. It's just a small face that's in the trunk of the tree itself.
Excuse me. Tree. I'm gonna look at it.
I'd like you to roll performance.
Oh.
Nice. Can I help by watering the tree? Give him some more water.
He said for sure, babe.
For sure, roll at advantage.
Let's go. I'm helping you with
Let's go.
You see that it opens one eye, and then the other.
Hello?
It is listening to you.
Oh, hi. So, have you seen anything interesting over here? Like, people going towards a rock? A shiny rock?
I have not seen, but I have heard.
Oh. Has anyone around you seen or heard? Or is it just you?
Yes.
Oh.
I hear through them, my brothers and sisters.
Oh.
I'm gonna look
I have
down.
heard a rock fell from the sky not many days ago. And there were some that looked much like yourself. I have also heard that another group was present. Men and women with wine glasses.
Wine glasses? Touch my head.
Roll history.
Oh. Oh, that's... He said history. Oh.
He didn't
Oh,
know when
boy.
he saw our wine break when we were at the campfire.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
You're
That's
not
a-
sure what this creature is referring to.
Wine glasses? I'm gonna scratch my head. Were they wearing, like, white? Like a coat?
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue. Yellow and blue.
Shrug, because I have no idea.
Wait, yellow and blue. Pastafarians. Oh my god.
You see the creature closes one eye and then the other. It is asleep again.
Wait, did you say Pastafarians were
The
here?
Pastafarians were here.
Like here or at the other one? The
They
other one,
were-
right?
They were at a meteorite. That's for sure.
Ooh. Maybe they have another star fragment.
Do you think maybe they're the ones conducting these experiments on people over here?
I would hope not. That would be very creepy. But
I'm gonna look over
it would track.
at their
Religious
I'm gonna look over
cult.
at Ribbon. Pastafarians, they worship a god, right? That's what it
Yeah.
said.
It's called the
Mhm.
noodle.
The noodle. Or the flying
Spaghetti monster.
I'm gonna look over at the rest of them and eat. I'm gonna. Oh man, I'm just gonna write it down in the. I'm gonna write it down on a notebook since I can't talk in each of their heads at the same time. I'm just gonna write down. There is a god of darkness known as Sigoletta, but it's formless. Do you think the Pastafarians are worshipping that?
I'm gonna read that. What the fuck?
Can
does
I
that
say the name while looking at the scroll? Sigilletta? Or whatever.
Yes. And for the first time, your scroll does something different.
Damn it.
You see that the sigils begin lighting up different colors. It's kind of pretty, and it would be a pretty cool party trick.
Does it any new pictures like appear like singled out or any words or anything or?
No. But
Okay, I'm
roll
gonna
perception.
have I'm gonna have Gideon hold it and say that.
Can't
Maybe it's
believe
gonna.
it, bro.
I'm not with you guys.
I know.
Ferrofluid-looking monsters.
Does that
in
language
abundance.
sound familiar to me at all?
You said
Like,
perception.
Yes.
Come on.
You are not
Right.
sure. These
Me and
sigils
Lucky Duck.
and language are foreign.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have Gideon do this because he loves this thing. But
Wait, this language is foreign? Oh goodness.
Why are you lying?
hey, Uber Kid, I'm gonna grab him. Wake up. It's not the time to mog. I need your help. Can I just
Sorry, Mog,
smack him?
get back.
Can I start like doing that little silly slaps in his face, wake him up?
Yeah. You see that he's focused on whatever personal project he's working on.
Listen, Uber Kid, I'm all for it. I'm all for like taking up a new hobby and all that, but like we gotta try to mess with this thing like pronto. Like we're on 1.5. It's gonna be here on 1.8. You know?
Wait.
Is he still mogging at me?
What is this man talking about?
Yeah, you're pretty much speaking to a brick wall.
I'm gonna stay next to him and just start mogging Uber Kid harder.
Uber Kid, you see your allies
There you
are they're pelting you with questions right now.
Ah, what?
A mogging face. You see that as well.
Oh, Uber Kid, did you break your mocking streak?
Hey, huh?
Okay, thank God. I need your help. So, the current plan is we're going to try to hack the Starfinder here to throw off its sense of direction so it instead updates the signal to a few miles out so we can buy ourselves more time when the star fragment launches.
Okay.
Awesome. And before we do that, Sai, can I make some sort of like history or investigation check with the information that we stole off the phone to see if something like that has ever happened in record, or is it always spot on?
Yeah, so no history check required. As you're checking these schematics, you know that this is just a placeholder. So initially, this thing locates where it's going to be, and then it acts as a remote placeholder. So they're able to track it and come to the spot, kind of like a bookmark. So all you would have to do is either physically move this thing to a different location or shut it down.
They will know if we shut it down, though, right?
Yes, as it
Yeah.
won't come up on their radar. But
Yeah, so-
there's other than this thing, there's no way to actually know it's been moved, as this is the place where they assume the site is.
And
How big is it?
It's about as tall. I'd say it's about 4 feet tall. It's just buried in the dirt, so if you're not strong, it probably require 2 people to dismantle or remove. But it is a device that can work on its own, so you would just be able to move it to a different spot if you'd like.
Nice. So let's take off
Okay.
my shirts
And
and stuff. so I
the
don't
star
get
fragment,
dirty.
it doesn't land like right where the radars are. It just lands kind of like somewhere, and the radar pings it.
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Because last time the meteorite was several dozens of feet off.
Okay, so if we move this thing like hella far, they might not even know where it lands.
Yes.
Okay, but we already know kind of where it's going to land from the previous ping. I mean, they would have that information too. So how about we move it and then set up a false ping? So we'll do that. So, Max, can you pick it up?
I'm gonna try picking it up. Because I even
Make
though
a
my-
strength check
my-
or athletics.
Athletics, let's go. Good thing I don't have that.
I'm going to look at me and Uber Kid like we aren't much of help right now.
I'm a bit, like you can see from his muscles that he has a nice frame, but it's not like some super strong. Dude.
Can I look Lucky Duck
definitely
up and
works out.
down? Is she muscly?
Not by much. But this check does not pass, Max.
I'm gonna look at
definitely
Ribbon.
going to need somebody to.
Hey, Ribbon. Come here,
Yeah?
bud. You're our
What's
helper.
up?
I need you to help us lift this.
Oh, finally something I can do.
Oh, thank
Gideon's not there.
I got you. Check this out. You see that as Max is kind of struggling with one side, you see that Ribbon goes and takes a hold of the other side. Here, just like this. Yeah.
Okay,
Just like a tent.
awesome.
And you see
So
that Max and Ribbon are both carrying this Starfinder device.
I'm gonna
the plan is, while you guys are carrying it back towards Agliolio, because we're going to be heading back in that direction anyway to meet up with the rest of the group, me and Uberkid are going to be trying to hack it to slowly start throwing off the location. So once it is completely moved, we're able to just send a different location entirely and try not to make as big of a noise. And Lucky, if you can just keep a lookout.
And I'm
Sure.
while we're walking, I'm gonna say to Ribbon, quite strong. Maybe I should go on a bulk.
Like,
bulk mod?
a lot of protein. Hey man, what I've got here, that's Mama's cooking.
Yeah. I'll Ribbon. See, that's
And,
why I couldn't let him go.
After about half an hour, you guys do get to a spot. Would you like to north, south, east, west?
Ooh, yeah. So the ping was in west, right? Let's try moving it as far the opposite direction, right? Because it was like towards Deandaco. So from Agliolo, it would have been.
Yeah. So would you like to move towards like the?
Oh, it would have been
fork?
south. I meant. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So you want to move
Southeast.
towards the fork leading towards like the Mora, which is
Yeah.
the northern part. All right. Nice. And I would say that you take it about a mile off of its location. And you
Nice.
set it somewhere in a random cornfield.
Awesome. All right, and then awesome, and then how about? I mean, we I mean, we could update it to send a different ping, and then we could scrap it, because the last ping would say that it's at this location. Unless we shouldn't mess with it further, not push our luck.
I'm gonna look at it. I think you guys are skilled enough to do
And Code Crusher, I will remind you that this device will ping automatically. So you can, if you like, do something more advanced with this information, but just leaving it here would ping the false location, as they have no way of knowing what is the true location, as this is their only source of information.
Oh, can I set up a delay? So like, once it actually lands, like, can it like wait like 2 hours before pinging them or something like that? That way, like, even when they try to find it, they're already still 2 hours behind us, just to buy us more time.
I would say you can try, yeah. But
awesome.
If you fail, it will still just ping that location automatically, as it's almost always active. So you can try to delay it, but there is a chance of raising suspicion.
Ooh, yeah, you know, I don't want to. We already did this. I feel like this should be enough for now. Okay. Cool. You know what we can do? Maybe we can try to hide this a little bit. Like, is there any like tall grass, or is there any like mud that we can kind of put it in so it's like lower in the ground, and like maybe in some grass so it's harder for them to find this device when they're looking for it?
You can try to take it further away from like the corn, so you could dig a proper like.
Ooh, can we just hide it in the cornfield?
Yeah, currently it's literally just sitting in the middle of the corn.
Oh, it's already in the middle of it. That's perfect. Awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible to find. I just want to wrap some corn around it so it's harder to see. You know, just tie some so it's like a tuft of corn, and then I guess we're done. Oh shit.
I will help you.
Thank you. Can she do it since she seems more artsy with this?
Yeah,
you want it to decorate?
Let's
awesome.
go.
I'll help you just gather the corn stalks.
And afterwards, would you like to go back to Agliolio? Currently, the sky is orange. It is around 6 o'clock.
Did I do it?
You hide it fairly average. It may be up to chance whether or not they'll be able to actually find this thing.
Nice.
Let's hope that their eyeballs suck.
Yes, let's hope.
Would you like to head back to town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and for Diablo and Gid, you walk back into the town and you head to the infirmary, and it's a small hospital building, but it's enough. The technology there is pretty up to speed, which surprises you considering the tech store that you were just in. I would like you to roll investigation or perception, just seeing why this might be.
All right.
And either of you can do that, or both of you if you like. But they take Cindy, and Inch explains everything that happened. Of course, leaving out any possibly incriminating parts, although you guys didn't really do anything bad. And they take her in. Nice. And Diablo, you can tell that this is one of those university hospitals, suggesting that there's some sort of college campus somewhere in Agliolio.
These parties here. Alright. I think how's it looking?
You can see that he's just looking through that little small patch that you can see through a door in the infirmary. You see that he is looking like a dog that's lost its owner almost.
Yeah. You know, you make this real difficult to be alone. Brooding, angry, bored, and fine. You're gonna be looking sad too. He's okay. This ain't the life. Okay?
You can see that he turns towards you. It's his first time looking away from the door. Thanks for everything. I just need to know who that guy is.
Hold on. I know that look. Look, man, I get it. You're gonna rip that guy to shreds, but think rational here. Don't know what that guy is really capable of. And not only that, maybe this is only the taste of what he could do. Look, my suggestion is to lie low and stay with her as long as you can. You're out of the game, remember. Be happy that you are.
Who says he has to be out of the game? Listen, I'm all for the running credits and getting back in blood and zeroing somebody from looking at me wrong. Maybe him going back to the game is what he needs. Not now, it's until Sydney's okay. But clearly this has something to do with you. The guitar, the whole origin story. I mean, think about it. That thing was made for you. And only been kept with you so far.
Yeah. And so far, where's that got me? He takes a look at his guitar. Life wouldn't have been in danger in the first place.
You don't know that. We have no idea where she went or how she got caught. Don't blame yourself for stuff that you can't control. You have pigments forced into this life, and now you have a choice. To do nothing, sit here and brood and look at Sydney. Sydney. I don't keep saying Sydney. Sorry. Or you could be like us. Play the game and figure out what you can do to make our life better. Like you said, the game is really being wrong, being fair, right? So this is just the game on. Man, to expect anything. Oh, God.
Roll persuasion at advantage, Diablo.
Alright, I'll put my hand on this box because I outlined the ball my face. If I can put who cares, yeah, he said persuasion at advantage. Sorry, moderate. I'll pick the line for this. Wolowski's 17.
As you go to fist bump him, you see him slowly raise his fist.
Oh, nice.
And between both of your knuckles, there's a small static of electricity before they finally connect.
What? That's so yo, that.
Do I see that happening?
You do.
See,
You just chalk it up to two star-powered people doing star-power stuff.
Hey, Itch, I got a question.
He keeps calling him Itch. It's Inch.
Sorry. Inch, do you think you spoke about my records? Do you think this place could have my autopsy or anything like that?
It's worth checking, right?
Yeah. Guess I'm gonna go see if they do.
You head to the front desk, Gid, and you see that there is a nurse organizing documents.
Hi, I've been meaning to ask, do you guys, do you guys have records of, Gideon Goldrick? Any lying around?
Why, if I might ask?
I'm a distant relative of his.
Okay. Let me take a look. You see that she disappears through double doors for about 10 minutes before she comes back. Check the whole of G. Nothing.
All right.
At least nothing in Dinner Row. Might have to check elsewhere.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, roll insight.
Please, something. Please give me a good roll. Finally.
You can tell that she's telling the truth.
Cooked.
Where's the last time you saw him?
He was in a movie set filming something. You know, those rich assholes in their movies.
Hey, I don't judge.
Well,
I think if you're mentioning movies and entertainment, I'd say check in with Deja Vu. Maybe they have a record of something of some sort.
Okay, thank you. Really, this helps.
She nods. And all of you are still in the infirmary. Would you like to do anything, Diablo or Gid? About an hour has passed.
yeah. I want to help him practice a little bit. I don't want to give him a reason because.
In the middle of a hospital?
Fuck it. Like,
Yeah, it is in
while
the middle
they're
of the
doing that-
hospital, and you can tell that Inch doesn't really want to play right now.
fuck it.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna call at least either one of my allies to see what's going on.
While you guys are walking back to Agliolio, the other group, who would you like to call, Gid?
Damn it. I don't know if I would. You know, fuck it. I'll call Code Crusher. Yeah, I'll call Code Crusher.
Code Crusher. You see a ping on your phone, and it's Gideon calling you.
Okay, I'm gonna answer with like a weird voice first because I know he's not from here. So I'm gonna be like, "Hello,
Hello?
who's this?"
I'm looking like Gideon pulls away and looks at his phone and looks at the caller ID. I could have sworn I called the right idiot. Dude,
Hello?
For no reason.
can I roll insight on him?
Let me give you to my grandson.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna put the phone down for a minute. Come here. I'm just gonna look at Uber Kid and be like, "Here, take the phone. It's the two newbies."
Pick up the phone. Hello. Who is this?
Oh, Uber. It's Gideon. It's Gideon.
Oh. I'm squinting at you. Hey. Anything?
Can I roll? Can I roll insight, please?
Oh, against what?
I'm gonna look at him. You need anything?
Dakota,
I'm gonna look. Hey,
Dakota, you son of a bitch!
You at a hospital? I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna try to look beyond him. You at a hospital?
Yeah, we're at the hospital.
What
What's
you
going
need?
on your end?
Fine. We set up the Hold on a second. We did what we have to do, so we won't meet up with you.
All right. Well, right now I think Diablo's trying to get Inch out of his funk, but I don't know what's going on. We'll see you guys later.
Alright.
Before you hang up, you see that Inch is beside you, Gideon. Hey, is that Uber Kid?
Yeah, it's him.
Can I speak to him?
Of course. I hand him my phone.
Hey,
Huh?
you see that Inch is now in the frame, Uber Kid.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the phone. I'm gonna unsquint since Gideon's not on the phone no more. Hey, what's up?
What's up? Did you guys find the site?
Yeah, we did everything else. We was able to set up what we need to do on this end.
Nice. Anything else?
Well, we're gonna try to do a little more things before we catch up. But mostly all of the important stuff we need to take care of.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming that StarCorp had already set up a device there, right? Alright. So it means that they're still looking at these star fragments.
We kind of learned some things or two about it, so we should be able to, hopefully understand. We'll catch up with y'all, explain if anything changes. Let's take it easy with it.
As well. Would you like to hang up?
Yeah. As I hang it up, I'm gonna make sure we didn't say that much. I'm gonna hand Code Crush back his phone. As your phone has any protection on it.
Oh yeah, I hacked the shit out of this thing.
Alright, I just wouldn't say too much on the line. You can never know who'll be listening on these towers.
Exactly. I love messing with those too, because they're new.
Also,
It's great.
I have an idea. It's like at Benny's house when that store. I was thinking of one of our, we able to mod this hub right here. We'll probably use it to connect on our phones to make sure anybody's listening on and then get a peek.
Oh, yeah, that could work.
Alright. Just let me know every time you want to do it. I will start on early now. Let's get this.
Hey, I guess we can
done.
start it once we get back and we can sit down.
Is there anything else you want to mess with this penguin over here? Or you want to just leave it be? We just catch up with everybody
I think
else?
we already left the ping, right?
Yes.
We're far. I
Yeah,
know we're
no.
still near the area. But...
Diablo and Gid.
Okay.
You see, Inch looks towards the exit of the infirmary. I just thought of something.
What's
I
up?
need to go pay someone a visit.
What's up?
The voice
Ew.
of God thing. It has me concerned. That's not the first time I've heard that. When I was younger, some of the subjects who were in the same group as me claimed to hear the voice of God. We all heard that voice. It was nothing like the one in this guitar. It was harsh, cruel. But I know of someone else who has heard that many times. That's where I'm going. You see that he exits.
Wait, yeah.
All right. I get up and I follow.
And as you follow him, Gid, Diablo, would you like to tag along, or would you like to stay in the infirmary?
You sound far away,
Say
bro.
that again.
No.
A little bit. Your voice is kind of muffled.
Hello?
What?
What were you saying?
I said I'm a mistake.
All right. Gideon,
Yes.
you and Inch head towards a building. This building has the name Aaron's Morgue on it. So this guy, he's seen plenty of bodies. And while I was doing the secret of the crickets, quest, this was the guy that I talked to.
All right.
He opens the door, and you notice that this morgue, it's at least the part that's disposing of bodies is not immediately visible. This morgue is more like a mess. You see the shop is littered with body bags, dust, and random unfinished certificates, which you can assume to be death certificates. You see that there is a man who is at the front desk. You see that he is a large Goliath man with light brown hair. Oi, what you need?
A non-bought Goliath.
You see that Inch makes his way towards the front desk, and they speak a little bit as you're at the doorway, Gideon. Would you like to do anything?
Well, I'm just gonna be there for Gideon, and if something comes up, I'll be there.
Back.
And you see that Inch comes back after a few minutes. Nothing.
What's up?
Nothing new.
Nothing up.
He had received any new bodies, but no. Nothing.
So I got two things that are actually maybe one. Whoever's doing whatever is going on, they're either really careful when they step. So, do you think they're tied? Do you think the Star Corps are also tied to the murder of that player that you talked about recently?
I hope not, given it was a Nudo Keel. But I suppose at this point, nothing is out of the realm of possibility. Hey, you should go meet your allies back at the hospital.
Yeah. I put my hand on the shoulder. Everything's gonna be alright, man.
He nods towards you, Gideon. as both of you walk back to the hospital, you do see your allies converge. And Diablo, you see your allies outside through the window. Would you like to gather around the front of the hospital?
I'm gonna walk towards Code Crusher. Who the hell was that answering your fucking phone?
What?
You know, that weird guy
I
that...
don't know. I only heard static on my phone, and then I just handed it to Uber Kid, and then it started working. I don't know.
Are you sure this is not no legitimate bullshit prank that you're playing, man?
Why would I prank you? That doesn't do anything for me.
Old people.
You think I'd prank you with everything going on right now?
Look,
I mean, you're an old man. I mean, what are you, like...
Okay,
500?
I put my hand on a Code Crusher's shoulder. You know, I didn't want to act like this, but it seems like I'm gonna have to. Remember that dryad that I punched? I actually like dryads. Imagine what I could do to someone I don't like.
Dryad.
I wonder what your internet history looked like 500 years ago, huh?
I will fucking kill you in front of everybody. Do not play with me, young man.
What is a dryad?
I'm gonna mug me harder now.
Whoa, why are you tweaking? Relax.
It's alright. So let's just get...
Mr. Tweaker is tweaking again.
Is that interested Dryad?
Yes, you see that he's confused, not knowing what a dryad is.
We'll look at him. I don't know what a Dryad.
I don't.
Like plant tree people.
Oh.
Trees.
Or human
Oh, we
parts.
used to
Speaking of
call them
trees.
tree faces.
We talked to one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The Pastafarians are, going after the meteors.
What?
Yep.
Why? Fair.
Maybe it has to do with their religion stuff about that other god.
You see Inch immediately begins walking towards the church building.
I'm
Oh,
following
yeah,
him.
maybe
I'm
the
going
noodle's
with
the
him.
voice of God that they think they're hearing, maybe.
I'm going with
What's your
it-
phone?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
write
might
this.
have-
I was already.
So, for those who've heard the voice of God, is God a man or woman? I have to know.
Well, we heard a lady.
I mean, I think it's wrong for us to assume just based on their voice, don't you think?
That's
Well,
true.
it was a feminine voice, so...
Fred was the one that said that, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at him, not very PC, and I'm just gonna start walking to the church.
I'm sorry.
God, I want to beat the shit out your character, dog.
Please don't apologize.
As you reach the front of the building, you see that Inch is talking to one of the churchgoers. You see that as he's talking to them, both of his hands are out. He's gesturing, trying to explain something, but it seems to not be getting through to this person with a glass of wine in hand. They don't seem to be too focused on what he's saying.
I'm
I'll
gonna
walk
look
up
at
behind him.
Inch turns back towards you guys as you approach. It's like that guy doesn't hear what I'm saying. It's definitely shady.
Could be
Wait.
drunk.
What if
Yeah.
what if one of us go up to them and just say that phrase and just that phrase and see maybe if like they have like some weird secret cult in the basement or something like that?
You want to volunteer to distribute?
I'm not that good at lying. I mean,
I got you.
Also, I'm gonna take out a book and start writing down strange thing I saw. I'm gonna look over at a Code Crusher. When I touched the keytar, I also saw this strange laboratory of sorts. Portal device. I'm also like a Uber Kid. It seemed like it wasn't in much use. This portal device I saw. Guys, I'm trying to like draw it as best as I can, Sai.
Yeah, and as he's drawing this, it's like forgetting for you. It's like something out of a horror movie, like when a kid draws the villain. You see that when Max draws this portal, you can see that the center does look like a core, but from its core, like the heart of a creature, out comes different veins and tendrils, forming some sort of figure. But you're not sure if this is humanoid or merely coincidence.
What
So the portal looks like
What?
tentacly.
It
the
does.
fuck?
Like the portal is a core and veins come from it. Maybe some of the veins look like appendages, or maybe it's just your mind playing tricks on you.
Can I take a picture of the drawing?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're harnessing the power of some like interdimensional creature or something, and using its power to open some sort of rift or something.
Speak in your head.
It's a good theory. I
You
mean,
need to say the words yet.
Oh, I'm gonna look at Gideon. Can you hold this scroll?
Gideon hesitates at first, but he ends up holding the scroll.
Can you say this word? I'm gonna hold up the word on my phone. This sigil. I'm not gonna try. I can't do it.
Say in his head, Sigilletta.
Sigilletta, yeah.
Sigilletta?
Anything happen
Yeah.
to the scroll sign?
No.
No.
The
Okay.
same. Well, actually, the same thing happens. The different sigils light up different colors. It's not bright or anything, but they just seem to turn different hues on the page as they're
Okay.
moving.
Because with him holding it, they spread it out more. So I don't know. Maybe if they make it more clear. But can I try to investigate with? Can someone help me? I don't know too many languages. I read this.
All right. Whoever's helping, I would like you to roll at advantage, investigation or arcana. I see you lot are huddled around. Would you like to hear the good word?
down.
I'm just gonna say the word Sigilletta in his head.
I hear voice of God.
Okay.
Excuse me? You see that the churchgoer turns towards you, Lucky Duck.
I said, I hear voice of God.
Oh. Oh my. Please come right this way.
I'm gonna follow him.
You see that they disappear into the cathedral, and he maneuvers through the seats, the steeple, before he gets to the back room of the church. And you see that there are several different rooms on each side of this hall corridor that are different offices as you look through the window of each door. Finally, he gets to the end, where you see a name over the office, and I will have that name for you in just a second. It is Mazan. I will put it in the general chat for you. He knocks, and you see that there is a man who answers the door. Would you like to do anything beforehand, Lucky Duck, as you are currently alone?
I'm gonna ping my location. Let's go.
All right. For the others outside of the church, you see that Lucky Duck is somewhere deep in the church, and at this point, the person who was leading her there returns back to the doorway. Anyone like to hear the good word?
I'm gonna say the word Sigilletta in his head again.
What was that?
It's like, is there do they have like an old-fashioned antenna to get like the channels, like on the TV that I think the priest was watching, or no?
Like a satellite dish?
Yeah, are they way more advanced than that, or is the church kind of like running on like? a
No,
little
you
older?
see that there is a satellite dish in the front.
Okay. Okay. Can I look at my phone? Is Pastor Chef running right now?
It is, but they're reruns.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if maybe I can. Okay. Is there any way that I can kind of like interfere with the signal with like the antenna stuff that we have? Like just
not without doing it physically. This is an analog device.
damn. I don't want to climb up there and do that. Okay, never mind. Scrap my idea. What is the word? Good sir.
Come forth. Come and receive it. You see that he raises two fingers and he gestures for you to approach him.
Oh, okay. Yes, I would like to understand the word of the noodle. Walk forward.
Come. Don't be scared. You see that he places a hand on your shoulder. and he brings his face very close to the side of yours, where he can whisper into your ear. Noodle.
I need to sit down. And can I go inside and sit in one of the pews or something, and just to fully understand what that meant, just deep inside me. Yeah, I just can't.
No further words. Go.
Thank you. I'm just gonna. As he's like not facing me and looking at my group, I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna pull my eye down and push my tongue out at the rest of my group.
And all of you see Code Crusher give you a stink look secretly before heading into the church.
Well, like Gideon under his breath says, "I swear to God, before this day is over, I'm going to punch him in his fucking face."
You see the good word moves all. Would anyone else like to come and receive the word?
I'm gonna raise my hand.
Come.
Yeah, I'm going there.
Nice. Right, Uber Kid. You do still have Code Crusher's scroll, and as you're looking at these sigils, when he says Skijuelta, you do notice that the sigils light up in a color the same way, suggesting that these sigils may be a language itself on the scroll. You're not sure. You're not sure if these are the only sigils that exist in this language, or if there are more. They're just images that you could vaguely relate to different things. Like one of them looks almost like a tent. Another one looks vaguely like a square device. But these things are clearly not from where you're from. And who is going to this religious figure first?
Me.
Diablo. You move towards him. He places a hand on your shoulder, brings his face close to the side of your mask, and whispers, Noodle.
Do I feel anything?
That's up to you to decide.
Feel violated.
This is weird. This is a new feeling.
Process it.
Yeah. There's definitely something to process there. Yeah. Wow. Shit. Now
Close
what?
your eyes.
Okay.
What do you feel?
Hungry.
Some would say that is a sign of being touched by his noodly appendage.
Ew.
I need an adult.
Oh
Not good
God.
symbolism for a church too.
Yeah, what? Jesus Christ, that almost got me. Hold on.
I'm gonna walk up after Diablo, please.
Yes, come receive the word. For Max, you see he places his hand on your shoulder, and his face beside yours. Noodle.
Sounded kind of angry.
Oh,
God.
God.
Me and Diablo, he was like, Noodle. And with him, he's like, Noodle. It's like, fuck.
Oh, right. Like, he's an angry man.
I wouldn't take that right away.
Grown man noodle.
How do you feel?
I'll look up at him. I want to try to move in a way that makes him feel like he gets the triple take to take in my beauty.
You see that he's looking around you, trying to get a full look of your face. Yes. It let it course through you.
Ew.
Stand up.
Why does he say it like that?
Raise my arms out, and then walk forward to wherever I have to go next. He's just gonna hear in his head, I feel it.
Oh, I must be doing the right thing. Please go. Go in. All of you, go in. You received the word? Go in. Immediately.
He got tired of smelling us.
Now who else? Who else shall receive the word today? You see that his eyes glance towards you, Uber Kid.
This man cooked.
He tells him noodle in French.
Come.
I give Uber Kid 2 thumbs up while he walks through.
Le noodle.
Le noodle.
Fettuccine.
You get close to him. He places a hand on your shoulder and places his face close to yours. Noodle. And his eyes land on you, Gid. I think you're the only one left.
I believe so. Yeah, I am.
Well, you an inch.
I look at Inch and I'm like, huh? See you on the other side, pal.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Right.
It's expression.
Yo.
Now, why would you say that for him? Like,
And Gid,
to be fair, I am old.
would you like to receive the word?
Yes.
You go forth. The man places a hand on your shoulder and brings his face close to yours. Can I get an autograph?
Like, Gideon is blowing back autograph for what?
I heard you are a celebrity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Words
Yeah,
spreads
sure.
around quickly here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I will get an autograph.
Yeah.
Excellent. Noodle.
I sign. I give him. I sign whatever he has me sign. As so long as it, actually, hold up.
Thank you.
He pulls out the fucking death note, and I just killed myself again.
He takes it and then stuffs it into his cloak. Please. Go. You must pray.
I don't know where the rest of my
meanwhile, I'm
party is.
standing menacingly behind this man's fucking door to his office. Like,
Yeah, so lucky dog. The door opens, and you see this Mazan. You see that he is a Kalishtar. He has light brown hair that goes down to his shoulders, and a lot of jewelry, several rings, some silvery necklaces. Greetings.
hi.
So you have heard the voice of God.
Yeah.
Right this way. He leads you
Okay.
into his office, and he closes the door. What is your name, if I may ask?
My friends call me Lucky Duck. You
Lucky
can just
Duck.
call me Duck. Yeah, you can just call me Ducky.
Understood. This voice of God, what did it sound like to you?
I'm gonna rub my chin. It was like harsh, kind of like a woman.
Woman. You see
Mhm.
that he was nodding and understanding up until this point. Do you have any friends, Ducky? Anyone who has also heard the voice of God?
Not that they've told me.
I see. Well, although you are alone in this, you are not alone in the larger scheme of things. Voice of God. So you must have to contact with a star fragment.
Yep.
See, this God you speak of, this person, if it is truly who you say it is, they have no place in this church. They are a wicked God. Most harsh, as you say.
Oh.
You see that he takes a seat by his desk, and you see that there is a computer on his desk. This is the only computer you've seen in this church.
Oh. I didn't know you had a computer. Interesting.
Yes. I am second in command here, under the old man. I can
Old-
handle any issues, just about. And I've
Old man?
instructed some of my assistants to bring me those who have heard the voice of God, so to speak. Are special in that you hear that. I was curious as to where you come from. Are you familiar with star power?
I know a little bit about it. I mean, I have. I'll pull out my. Which one's the charisma one again? Is it the spoon?
Yes.
I'll pull out my spoon. I got this spoon.
He nods once again. I see. And by the look on his face, it's very serious. You're not able to tell if this man is shady or not. It's a very hard reading.
If it helps, so I'm not connected to it.
If you have heard it, then it means you are connected.
To the
He
spoon?
speaks through you.
Oh, look at that spoon.
Spoon is merely a medium through which you can access this star power. You have heard the voice, it means have it. Are you, by chance, a player, Ducky?
And if I say yes?
I am merely curious. You see that he fiddles with some sort of statuette on his desk.
I am.
I see. Here. You see that he hands you a card. It has an address on it.
Look at the card.
If you want to know more about this, I suggest coming to this location at 10 p.m. No later, or earlier.
Okay. What happens if I'm later or earlier?
I will not be there.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I have pastoral duties to take care of.
Understand.
Anywho, should you come to this location, I only ask one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Come with an empty stomach.
Okay.
Good day to you.
Uh,
I hope to see you there.
Okay. Good day to you too. I'm gonna nod to him.
Would you like to exit his office?
Yes.
And you leave, and for your allies, you're all standing, or sitting, maybe, in this church area. And you see Lucky Duck come out from one of the back rooms. What would a lot of you like to do?
Oh, how'd it go?
I got this card.
Hmm.
He said
Interesting.
to be there at 10 p.m. and to not eat.
Alright,
Any reason
on
why?
that eating note, for those of us who are currently repping Knife Party, the burden is like to be allergic to something. So would we already be allergic to one of those three things, or is that like after we get like a level in it?
Yes, you are already allergic to one of those three things.
Okay. And assuming a pastafarian might be serving pasta, you know, possibly. Whoever is also a Knife Party.
Yes,
might
if
wanna
you're a Knife
choose-
Party, being in this church is actually kind of scary because you do smell garlic.
Yeah,
If
garlic
someone is
pasta or tomatoes.
cooking.
Yeah.
So
That sounds like a fucking vampire. It's like,
I am of Knife Party. I don't like it in here too much. I'm allergic to tomatoes currently.
Is there like a tomato plant being grown right now?
please
No,
say yes.
But Max, you do see around the altar where people are enjoying glasses of wine, there is someone eating what looks to be spaghetti.
It's gonna like stand in between stand in between Code Crusher and this person. You know,
Yeah,
try to
they're
stop
very
whatever.
far away from Code Crusher.
It's gonna like mog them so the allergy doesn't come to him.
Is there like a confession booth in here?
Yes, it's near the altar.
Oh god.
You see that there's a small space, but the priest that's inside of the confession booth, you can't really see them. It's only like an eye slot.
Oh, that's fine. I don't need to see them.
Oh god, this is gonna be
Can I
good.
go into the confession booth?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna scratch my head. So, which one of you has actually heard the voice of God? You know, just by chance.
Can't say I have.
Depends on what we mean by God. Here, one, apparently the antithesis of my saved me is this Letta person, which I believe is the one you're hearing.
I'm gonna wave
If
him
so,
closer.
I probably have heard voice of God.
I'm gonna talk because he's talking in my head, correct? So I'm gonna talk in his head now. So that man in there, I was, going based off of what some of you guys were saying about voices and whatnot for like what you've heard. One of them, I said harsh, and then I said a woman, and he didn't seem to like that. Didn't seem to like the woman part.
Misogynist.
I don't think it's that. I think what he's looking for is, your little Sacagawea person or whatever.
Yes, I have a theory right now that the Arians are in fact worshiping. Can't pronounce that word. Worshipping. You see, he nods his head, very like gratitude to the fact.
Yeah.
But I think that's I have right now. I'm probably gonna stop saying the name of their god inside their heads, so it doesn't get power.
Yeah.
Names powers.
For now, we can just call them Sacagawea.
Like that.
Yes.
And currently it is 8 o'clock, so there are 2 hours left before you need to meet this man at this location.
Said that you need to make sure you're not having an empty stomach, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ate anything. I'm gonna look at myself. I didn't eat nothing. A little scared though.
Real quick.
What if I end up eating someone because they're trying to have you eat with an empty stomach?
I'm gonna look over at her. She's about like the same height as me. Possible.
That'd be scary.
Who's the shortest member in our party?
Uber Kid.
Look over Uber Kid.
5'7".
Just make sure you don't. Just stay away from Uber Kid. Down.
Okay. All right.
But if I'm correct, it should be pasta. You got to make sure that you acid reflux. She gets some chewable bite size tablets.
Well, I'm currently repping the Pastafarian, so this kind of works out for me.
Perfect. Definitely get you the yums, though.
And Lucky Duck, Inch approaches you. Hey, sorry to interrupt if two were talking. But,
nah, you're good. What's up?
Mind if I tag along?
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up.
I don't see why
he
not.
Gives you a thumb up as well. And in these 2 hours, I assume either your group is praying, making confessions, or relaxing.
Can I get some yums?
I'm just relaxing.
For
Giving confessions.
So she doesn't get like acid reflux.
Yeah.
From eating so much pasta.
He's giving me yums. That's
And who is heading to this address?
I'll come through.
I would like to go after saying some crazy confessions about pasta.
I guess I'll tag along too.
All right, so would everyone like to go to this?
I guess everyone's coming with me. Jesus Lord.
We rolling squad deep.
So, as it nears 10 o'clock, everyone reaches this address. And I would like one of you to roll perception.
You got it.
All right, boys. So, he was talking about some star power stuff. So just be aware.
Uber Kid,
Might be a
this is
little
pretty fitting. As you
odd.
look through the window, you see that he's left the light on to his home, what you can assume to be his home as it matches the address. You see that there's a computer inside that's been left on.
I can see into the.
Yes, it's left at the home screen.
Alright. He's like, he could be home. Knock on the door.
I'll knock on it since he's kind of looking for me. I'm gonna knock on the door.
And there's no response. You hear a man walking behind you about 30 seconds later, and it is the Kalishtar you've seen from before.
Well, I'm gonna turn around. Hello.
Hello. This is a lot more than expected.
Yeah, I didn't realize that some of them kind of have heard it.
Roll deception.
Whoa, let's go. Come on.
You got it,
please don't
dog.
fail
You got
me.
it.
Oh, you failed me.
You see that his expression doesn't change. He merely narrows his eyes in a distrusting manner. But he opens his door nonetheless. Please come in.
Joke.
I'll step
Let's
inside.
turn. Look at all them. I'm gonna go inside first.
The church just closed, so you'll have to forgive me. I have not had time to tidy up. Please wait in the living room while I prepare a meal for you all.
Thank you.
All right.
And
Look at him.
He disappears to the
Thank you,
kitchen, and you hear the sound of, well, the culinary arts. You begin to smell garlic, tomatoes, the whole 9 yards. Code Crusher. This one.
I believe it's just in contact, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky.
Although it's pretty poignant on your nose.
Shit,
but-
burning.
But nonetheless, you see that he lines a table that doesn't quite fit all of you. Some of you may have to sit in the living room like it's a cookout. But there are plates for all of you nonetheless.
I'm getting a seat, no matter what.
I'm gonna sit in the other room.
And he pours glasses of wine or grape juice, whichever you prefer.
I'm just gonna look at the food.
Yeah.
Me and Mog are sitting next to each
Oh,
other.
he can't eat. Oh.
And you see the man just looks over you all in his living room. You see both of his hands are clasped behind his back. You see he looks towards you, Max, and then you, Code Crusher, the two who are not eating. There's something wrong.
I'm gonna
Oh,
draw my jawline.
I eat a different kind of noodle, like cup noodles. That's my kind of noodle. I like that. And I ate one of those. Well, but I'm not too. I'll have a drink.
I asked you to come with your stomach empty.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I have space for
Well, I
liquid. Yeah, so
Disappointment.
I forgot to tell him that. I'm sorry. That's my
yeah,
fault.
I mean, I'll drink, and I'll drink enough for my friend here too, because he has something with his
I'm
He
gonna
can't
face.
break his streak.
I was talking the man's head. I get sustenance by seeing people.
He likes to watch. He likes to watch. I'm gonna take a glass of wine.
I'm sorry.
As Cold Crusher drinks his wine, I'm just gonna say in the priest's head, delicious.
What a peculiar bunch. My name is Mazam. I neglected to introduce myself earlier.
Nice to meet you, Mazan. Wine is quite good. I'm gonna look over to Cold Crusher and try to tell him.
Once I finish drinking, we're like, wow, this is really good.
Many thanks. I consider it a disrespect to step into one's home without eating.
Understandable.
Well,
My jaw cannot open anymore after an accident. Hope you understand. But it is definitely going into my stomach. I'm just gonna pat my stomach a bit. See the abs kind of wrinkle a bit across my shirt.
you see,
I'm gonna get
he
my
looks
second
a little bit
glass.
concerned.
And this one's
And
for
then-
him.
So
Like-
you have
like
all heard
somewhere-
the voice of God.
Yeah.
Did it sound like a woman? Harsh.
Mine was silent.
Mine was beautiful. Said,
You see that Inch raises his hand as well. I heard two voices. One was like a woman's, and it was like Max said, beautiful. The other, I haven't heard in a long time, not since I was younger. That was the one that was ugly, cruel. You see the man nods, and for Lucky Duck, you managed to catch that he does not give a concerned look anymore. It seems like he now understands what you have been listening to, or at least what you've lied about listening to.
Yeah.
I see. Are any of you, or were any of you, subjects of Star Corp or Meteor Corp experiments?
I
You
don't
see
think-
that Inch raises his hand a bit sheepishly.
I don't think I was. I'm gonna scratch my head.
See.
I'll
Then
Not
I
the
will
new
tell you a
measurements.
bit about Meteor Corp. You care to listen?
listen.
For starters, Meteor Corp is decades old. And though it is not known why they stopped operations, I, for one, know they did not shut down because they ran out of money, like the rumors say. I think it was quite the opposite. I was a subject in my younger years, and that was some 30-ish years back.
Oh.
The subjects in my group were all orphans. The original project of Meteor Corp, or it was repurposed into Star Corp, was to act as a shelter home for children of the defunct villages of the old town. If you're not from here, perhaps you would not know what I am referring to. Children whom the older religious folk claimed were corrupt with wicked blood, were cast aside by their parents. It was said the earliest researchers of Meteor Corp knew most of these children they picked up had some sort of special gift. It is said they were tasked with naturally integrating them into Aglio society for the new city. Over time, they learned where these children's powers had actually come from. You see that he takes a seat and he lifts a glass of wine, almost deciding whether to drink it or not. You notice that this behavior is similar to Inch's, where he's hesitant to dwell on this memory. We saw visions during the experiments. Visions of Aglio, but different. The roads were still there, but broken down. As if hundreds of years had passed, and no one lived there anymore. We came later to know this as the other side. And the other side was not just a place, either. It was a thing, living, breathing. It had thought. It spoke to us, tried to trick some of us. It acted as a kind and warm friend to those who could hear it. But for those who could really listen, like when you're really listening to someone, it was a cold and ugly voice. It was hateful, but disguised itself as clever, though never as a woman, like you say. Perhaps this is a different voice. And you see that he notices you are about to say something, Max. Did you want to interject?
I'm gonna pull out the drawing of the portal that I made. Speaking of his head, places look something like this: decrepit, veiny.
I've never seen something quite like that. But these veins you speak of, they are familiar. Oftentimes I had visions of the room I was staying in. It wasn't bad, But sometimes I'd wake up at night and I'd see these creeping veins across my wall, like ink. This voice, it was persuasive. It made some of us violent. It was loud. It made some of us quiet. It didn't take long for the researchers who could not listen to the voice to speak to it. Only they used us as their messengers. The OS corrupted Media Corp, sending researchers on a decades-long mission obsessed with this voice, obsessed with the other side. It made its way into their heads, using us as the messenger. They found ways to speak to it when we refused, even through star fragments and star power. Thus, the search for the meteorites. Once the earliest researchers, the ones whose missions was to house the orphans, the outer villages, learned of the cruel psychological tests that Meteor Corp had transformed to put us through. Well, it wasn't long before they learned of the OS too. And the original researchers, I believe they were good of heart, but they were terrified. They immediately ceased all operations, and Meteor Corp was destined to fail. This was in '77, if my memory was correct. The last time I stepped foot in that observatory. You see that he takes a sip of his wine. Meteor Corp was revitalized. As you know, it's 97 currently, so it's been 20 years. I've heard they were revitalized by some of the original subjects. Those orphans had grown up in that time, now old enough to become researchers. Your minds dwell back to the mad scientist that you found in the woods. But there were no more subjects. The original researchers, once they found out of this OS, they had let all of us free. We were all old enough to integrate into society. I myself looked towards the noodle for guidance, and it landed me where I am now. Since there were no subjects for Meteor Corp's revitalization in '77, they had to find new subjects. And apparently, we were not the only gifted ones. There were others still being born with wicked blood to this day. They became the new subjects, under a crueler regimen now led by the original specimens. I heard, too, that a year ago they managed to open a gate to the other side. But just as soon as I had heard that news, it had come out that Meteor Corp was dissolved, gone bankrupt. And not long after, Star Corp rose in its place. This is as far as my memory goes.
So, can I try recalling the direction that I wanted to when I was like traveling because of I touched the key guitar?
Yes, roll history at advantage.
Let's go. I really need that, bro.
And you see that he leaves for a moment into his personal room where you've seen his computer. He returns with a photograph. You see him set it on the table. And with this history roll, you do recall where this is. This was definitely in the observatory. You recall the road taking you from where the outskirts were and up a hill. Where exactly in the observatory, you know not, but it is someplace underground.
So,
Oh, sorry, you can go.
haha. So, about the OS, what do you do when you have a bounty on you from them?
I don't know. I didn't even know a creature could live in the OS.
Because apparently, well, when I was born, my parents got a letter. They were told not to give it to me until I was a player. So, eventually, here I am, a player, and my parents gave it to me. And they said something about a bounty from the OS. Something about Greta, and it's from someone titled WG.
From Greta. You see that his eyes widen a bit. Please, take a look at this photograph. You
Look
see
at
that
it.
he slides it closer towards you. And you see that in this photograph, there are pictures of Kalishtar, elves, some humans, and a little girl who has 2 large horns on her head. You see that all of them are aged somewhere between 7 and 20, all in white uniform standing together with this meteorish logo on their shirts. You see that he points to a figure that looks to be one of the oldest in the group. Perhaps no older than 16, though. That was myself in those days. And the woman you speak of, Greta.
The ram.
Yes.
And I point to her. She was looking for me before I became a player.
It's quite the peculiarity. I did receive an email by Greta a few days back. It was odd. Talked to her in decades.
What did it say? 'Cause I got an email about me being a player.
Let me show. Please, come with me.
I'm gonna follow him.
As she does that, I'm gonna take my scroll back from UberKid.
So does Greta? Since I'm a I was born Fae history, do I know if does Greta seem like a satyr to me? Or something
Yes.
entirely?
I'll be right back.
And I will send the email in general chat. In those days, I did know Greta. She was a dear friend of mine. She told me her parents were infertile, that she pays for the sins of her mother and father. Despite her broken speech, she was a very bright little girl, often misconstrued, but very unlucky. I still recall many times when we were scared to do a task that required us to take turns. We picked from straws or rolled dice. We always joked that she should just volunteer, since she got picked so often. One day, though, she up and disappeared. She was not very gifted with SP, so none of the researchers went looking for her. Very sad. That's the last I had ever heard from her, until, well, this email.
This is a couple days, actually like several days before the new year.
Yes, if I recall, it was during holiday.
You said that she was unlucky?
That is correct, yes.
I'm gonna sit there for a second and I'm gonna look at him. So, I've always had this odd thing with me. Sometimes it feels like I'm too lucky. So perhaps that's why she's looking for me. Maybe she's found some kind of connection between us.
Perhaps. And it seems that she knows this well.
Do you know who WG is?
I would only know one man, but I can say it makes the most sense. In fact, he'll be here during the festival. Film Pastafarian Season 8. He goes by the name of Chef Warden Goatsy.
Warden Goatsy.
Although I am not sure what connection he would have to all of this. Other
I
than
don't know
that,
either.
he is also goat-like in appearance. Hmm.
Uh,
I had a. Is he back? Are they back in the main room now?
Yes, yes, they're back in the main room.
Okay. Mazan, I had a question. Did you ever hear of anything coming back from the OS? Like an item?
I have heard stories, sometimes of instruments that were crafted that can speak, but I've never heard that they were from the other side, merely that they had formed in the meteorites.
How do you feel about something that maybe came from the OS?
Well, I would immediately consider it to be evil. However, I do recognize that times have changed. Perhaps there are those that live in the other side who are good.
So, I have something from the other side. Do you know any of this language? I'm gonna hold out the scroll.
I do not. You see that he examines it closely. These sigils. They look like nothing I have ever seen in my life.
That's what people have been telling me. It seems somehow connected to something called the Avatar.
Avatar. The only time I've heard of the Avatar is in a negative connotation, and it is regarding the history of this city.
How so?
Since you are not from here, I will tell you a bit about what I know. Agliolio is a town by name has only been around since '54. Before this, it was under the name De Bianco. The name, to my understanding, was changed due to a shift in leadership at the mayoral offices. That, and before De Bianco, was a collection of villages. It was once an ominous, scattered town, became a quiet town, and one of Dinnero's finest tourist spots. Pastafarians traversed Dinnero in the early days, visiting 6 towns before finally arriving at De Bianco. The city was riddled, infested with the restless undead, all possessed by the Avatar, a wicked god. Those Pastafarians stayed in De Bianco for many years, praying over the evils, saving those who could be saved. Now, we know they were successful, and we now live in what is known as Agliolio. I'm sure before coming here, you could tell that this town's name was a bit different than the rest.
Yeah. So the Avatar was evil.
Yes. I know it to be the avatar of some wicked god. Perhaps it has something to do with the voice on the other side.
All with me. I'm gonna take another glass of wine.
Have any questions?
You pretty much answered my question.
So, was Max there when Diablo and Lucky Duck had their call with their friend Cindy? With Lucky Duck friend Cindy?
That's indeed it's a kissy
Yes,
cat.
yes.
It's a cat, yeah. So I've heard the conversation.
Yes, just a little bit, yes. I would say you would overhear it.
Yeah, I definitely heard Diablo screaming about something. About not being there. I'm gonna look over at Diablo. That's conversation with Kissy Cat. I heard you were yelling about something. What did she tell you?
Oh, look at you being fuck. Sorry, nosy little shut up, a nosy little Parker. Yeah, okay. So, how smart are you? Now, I'm not being rude. This might be a little bit to take in.
I'd like to think quite the intellectual.
Okay, so the Diablo that you're talking to isn't the original Diablo from this universe. Apparently, I'm from a different universe where I died at a different time, but my death is still like a thing that happens. So, you know,
You're from the other side.
I was thinking that, and I was going to ask the priest that, but it's hard to say. I need to talk to Kiss. It seems like Kiss is still the same, I think.
Maybe you could try that artifact that Code Crusher has. Check it out. Look over at Code
Maybe.
Crusher. Mog him a bit.
I'm gonna just mog him back while I'm drinking the third glass of wine. Tastes good, right?
I'm just gonna say this head delicious. I'm also gonna. You just see, I actually like observe you a bit more. Here in your head, you have potential.
I'm gonna like choke on the on the wine a bit.
But we need you over here.
I'm going to actually talk to Amazon.
I'm gonna go over to Max.
Have that artifact.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're brain. Hey, Code Crusher, right? Listen, how difficult would it be to enter a different universe? And don't speak hypotheticals. I need you to be literal, even if you think it's ridiculous.
So theoretically, it's been done before.
Okay, but I feel a butt coming.
But I don't know how it was done, and even if I did, I imagine that's way above what we can do. I mean,
Oh, no. I'm not asking to do it. Well, it's clearly been done. It's not I'm not from this universe, apparently. I don't know about details like that, but that's the running theory. Anyway. Either that or a clone.
I've heard stories of that before too. But you know, I mean, you could be a fake person, a real person, clone of a fake person. You know, it could be anything. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you came from. We're all here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Do you know what the? Can you read any of this? I'm gonna show him the scroll.
Well, sorry, can I read any of this?
Roll investigation or arcana.
Wow, okay. Okay, you asked me what language. You said investigation or arcana?
Yes.
It'd be funny if we
wow.
all just rolled really bad and it's just plain common, but we just all failed the roll.
I would hit the Tyrene mid.
So
if it's-
inspiration?
Sure.
Can I use my inspiration? I bet we use it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Roll advantage.
Let's go.
Oh, nice. It's still inspired.
I love
Oh.
that little R that you just.
It's
Oh,
wow.
not looking good.
It's not looking good.
This is very unfamiliar.
Nope, can't read for shit.
All right, how about you hold it? Maybe it will interact with you like it did Gideon.
Dope. I'm gonna grab it. What happens?
And just like with Code Crusher, when you grab it, these sigils that were moving, these ink blotches across the page, move from your hand like fish in a pond.
Is this cool?
Yeah,
I don't
not
think-
like Gideon though. With Gideon, they ran like he was the plague. The letters. I think it's because he's the Avatar, whatever that is.
A look
Yeah, I
over.
have
Can I
no
touch
idea
it?
what it is.
I mean, yeah, you can touch it.
Yeah. That's
Interesting
the
now.
I'm gonna look over at Code Crusher. There is something that's been bugging me. We should all test it out to see how they react to us real quick. If Gideon is the only one to be able to move it, I have a theory this could involve whatever Inch was speaking to us about. Maybe that Kokoro stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
who
see.
knows?
I'm gonna touch it.
And the same thing happens as the last two people.
The only person here that Inch said was capable of learning it, and I'm still talking to them, is Gideon. So maybe that could be a new lead. So we have to finish these missions soon, so we can try to get over to Nudokyo. That could be the way to solve this. But
Yeah.
there's a lot in our way first. First, we have to make it to the 11th. We still have 3 more days before the meteor arrives.
I've
And
been
Gideon,
just
you did
poking
want
it.
to say something to Mazan. What did you want to ask him?
So you mentioned about the avatars, and there's supposed to be some type of avatar of an evil god.
Yes. From the texts I've studied, the most powerful deities, they have what are known as avatars. Beings
How
of
does-
power that are able to exist in the physical realms. Many gods come formless. When I saw that image of my room, I imagined my room was alive, like a dark force boxed me in. I suppose the avatar of that would look something like a ball of darkness, for example. There are many avatars, to my knowledge, just as there are many gods.
I have multiple questions. How does one know he's the who? Well, how does a person know they're the avatar? And can you tell me, what are the gods and what are their virtues?
There are many gods, my friend. As for being an avatar with no knowledge of being the avatar, I would say that is most unusual. You would have to do your research, figure out what gods are closest to your personality, I would say. If you are naturally kind, perhaps a virtuous god assist you. If you are naturally beautiful, I would assume that perhaps a god of beauty had blessed you.
Gideon pauses for a minute and he thinks about, like, before he became a player. He lived he believes he lived a righteous, kind-hearted life. You know, due to the charity events that he partaked in, but he also but he also thinks about, like, his anger and stuff. So he's kind of conflicted. He looks up to Mazan. Okay, so is there any way you could help me at least see the gods in their pantheons, like a book or something? Anything that could help.
Yes, but that's worth a day's work. See me in my office tomorrow. We can have a look at the church's collection of books.
Thank you.
Of
Look
course.
outside. So how late is it for us?
I'd say at this point it is midnight.
Damn!
We've kind of been here a while. I'm gonna check the time.
Look at my
I
phone.
can
Look,
tell
she's
that all of you seem to be friends one way or another. I assume then, based upon your unique looks, you wouldn't happen to be players.
nod my head.
We are.
Yeah.
Well
Uh,
then, allow me to offer you assistance with an item I don't quite know what to do with. Come with me. Initially,
DM player.
you seemed a bit shady, but through this conversation, you've earned my trust. You see that he leads you towards a cellar door. Would you like to go down in the basement with him? You feel that there's a strange presence down there.
Yeah. I'll go down there.
sure.
You told me we were about to follow a priest into a basement. There's a strange presence.
Don't worry.
But yeah, I'll follow.
Oh, I know where this is going.
When you
Do our,
reach
do
the
our
basement,
6'5" friends bump their heads?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
6'4". Gotta duck my head.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone but Uber gets ow, 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 ow.
yeah, there may be a
Damn
number of
it!
thumps before you reach the bottom. And when you reach the bottom, you see that there is a large rock sitting above a tarp. It glows a faint bluish color. It's a star fragment.
Oh yeah.
it's a rock.
I'm gonna crack my neck, you know. I'm gonna do the Zorro pose.
It's not just a boulder. It's a
I'm gonna
rock.
dive my hands into it, sound like when Zorro went into
I love that
the
meme, Lucky.
person's shock.
All
Good
right.
meme.
Can I look at our
Oh,
quest?
wait.
Our quest, has it updated? Like 1 out of 2, or is it still 0 out of 2?
You see that it is 1 out of 2.
Yes.
It says find 1 additional star fragment.
Wait, how many? Oh no, it's only been 1 day. I can't touch it. Sad face.
And Max,
Yeah. Nice.
you I would say roll Arcana at advantage.
Let's go.
I
That's
feel
my
something
best
special about
stat.
this meteorite.
Yeah, I was also gonna say if nothing happened, I was just gonna keep, putting my hand into it, like slapping the rock.
Oh, what the fuck? Man said he was gonna slap the rock.
So you begin slapping the rock, Max, and when you slap the rock, you notice that your hand begins to pass through it like it's dust. A lot of the rock begins clearing as if you're an archaeologist before you find something that looks to be fossilized inside of this meteorite. It looks to be some sort of device. Probably need to spend a few hours trying to chip it out.
Shiny.
It is.
Just gonna look at my face.
And it looks to be made of
shininess.
some sort of black marbly material.
I'm just gonna point at it just for my eyes to see.
And
Can I hold the
everyone
scroll
sees
up to it?
And it looks odd. And when you hold the scroll up to it, you see that there are different colors that the sigils light up. And for Max, you hear a faint humming coming from this device.
I'm gonna nod my head. I'm gonna look at the priest. You having a pickaxe?
Not particularly. I have a few utensils, if you'd like.
That should work.
And I understand harvesting this radiation takes some time. Please take all the time you need.
I'm gonna cook
Brownie face. I
tomorrow,
can't
so
harvest it.
So you can go to get some rest.
Man,
Sure, the
this
sound of
song.
rocks breaking is pretty difficult to sleep with.
Yes. Fortunately, the door upstairs is soundproof.
Look
If
at
you
him.
need to exit,
That is not.
you can do
like-
so through that door. You see that there is a separate staircase leading towards a floor cellar door, and you can assume that's where they brought the meteorite in.
Sai, the basement door that is soundproof. Does that lock on just one side of the basement or both sides?
It locks on both sides.
Okay. Whew. Jesus. That
Now y'all
this,
see that
this, like
when
he
it-
seems really normal, but then you're like, oh yeah, that door's soundproof. Like,
Never
what the
looked from
fuck
him.
kind of priest with a fucking ancient
Ah,
computer soundproof door? Like,
Like
Man's
Dakota's
got the
face
weight
looked like
from
a Ren and Stimpy meme where the guy wakes up at the middle of the night.
After a bit of time, The man disappears upstairs, and you hear the loud door shut.
So cool. We can just chill here and research, I guess. But I'm just gonna keep holding the scroll up to the. Did the meteorite make the scroll glow a certain color, or was it the device inside the meteorite?
It seemed to be the device inside the meteorite.
And what colors did it make it glow, or what letters did it bring up, or symbols?
It was the same as when it was shown with color before.
Like when Gideon held it?
Yes.
Oh.
And if you're harvesting SP, I'll just need 1d8 to see how many hours you will need to harvest the radiation here.
Sad face.
Nice. And so it'll
Us
take
who
1
have
hour.
it, do we have to roll, or we already have it? Or is this for like additional or something like
This
that?
is to gain an additional star point.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't roll
I'll roll.
because I'm not.
Only one person needs to roll. So for everyone, it's going
Oh.
to take 1 hour since Max
Nice.
rolled 1d8.
Unless
So
you
now
roll
we
me.
have 2 SP?
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm
Although,
looking at
Max,
stuff. Yeah. Yes.
I would like you to either roll athletics, history, or nature to see if you can get this thing out before everyone,
All right.
begins eating up that radiation.
Athletics, history, or nature. I'm gonna roll with my best stat, bro. Like no one's ready for this one.
That's a 2.
Ready?
Oh.
Nice. You manage to unearth this, and you find that it is an instrument. This black marbly thing is a clarinet.
Idiots. I'm gonna look at my teammates and just.
Oh my god, he's handsome Squidward. Oh my fucking god, he's handsome Squidward.
So this instrument doesn't exactly have stats, Max. This is an instrument from Lutilla. It doesn't require attunement, but while it's on your person, it will replace your voice when casting spells using a verbal component.
Oh, wow. You're really good.
The instrument, similar to Inches, speaks through you.
Did you just say I could cast a spell?
Yes. Now, this is not to be confused with subtle spell. If you were to cast in front of a creature, they would still know as the instrument would
Oh yeah.
make a sound, but for the purposes of your streak, you seem blessed.
Start crying.
So he wouldn't have to open his mouth to like put his mouth in the
Yeah.
clarinet to use it?
No. Similar to
Oh, that's
Inches,
awesome.
this instrument plays on its own. You don't even need to be proficient in it to use it.
The band starts now. Lucky Cat. Diablo.
Lucky.
And Max.
Excuse me, who is Lucky Cat?
Lucky Duck. Lucky Duck.
Yeah.
Did this that happened last session, guys? Fuck.
And
I can't.
you don't gain 1 SP. You've unlocked what's known as a team synergy. Woo, more player stuff between Code Crusher and Max. Code Crusher, since you've repurposed the Starfinder, you and Max have unlocked a new synergy known as Pure Harvest. Once per week, when you harvest radiation from a star fragment, instead of gaining 1 SP, you will gain 1d4.
Oh, shit.
Me and Max?
Yes, as long as you're both present, Max has the clarinet and you have the Starfinder, you will always be able to perform this ability. And so roll a 1d4 to see how much SP everyone gains. Who
I'll let
can
Max
gain
do it.
SP.
Ooh.
Sad face.
And you see that, well, you gain 1.
Oh my god.
You do gain 1 SP.
I was feeling the ones today. I'm like, you should probably roll. But
You see
I thought you
Ribbon's
rolled enough
eyes
ones, you know?
light up. Ooh, team synergy. Okay. So this one, it seems like there are very situational opportunities where 2 people can combine their special, spooky player abilities to form a new ability. Finding it seems to be rare. And you found the first one. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Wahoo.
And so all of you sit around for an hour, those who can. with the exception of, I suppose, Lucky Duck and Gideon. Harvesting that good old radiation.
I guess I'm playing card games with Lucky Duck.
Yeah, we're playing card games.
You got any 6?
While I guess we're
Goldfish.
just chilling and resting and breaking this out, like after we broke it out and everything, can I start writing a program, like, you know, like to like decipher things, like one of those, like, you know how there's like online you can, like, there's a bunch of cryptic things. Can I just like steal a bunch of code from like those, mash it together, and just try to make something that can, like, as long as I like have the phone scanning it, yeah, like, you know, it will just like find all the sigils and then just arrange them in orders. It's probably take a lot of time for it to do it, but I just want to start
I'd
it
like
now.
you to roll either intelligence or arcana.
Nice.
And afterwards, would everyone like to take a long rest in the basement, or would you like to go to Inch's apartment? How would you like to leave, as it will be 1 a.m. by the time you guys have finished all of this?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my party, see which
I
one
think we
they
should
want
just.
to go.
Should we just camp out in this random man's basement for a second? Like.
I'm out of my head.
I mean, might as well. It's already the middle of the night.
And Code Crusher,
Yeah.
this is what your friend has bestowed upon you is some black market stuff. I mean, there is absolutely no decoder that you have found scouring that even looks close to deciphering this language. In fact, it makes you even question if this language is real or just some kind of prank.
I'm actually.
Is there any, like, anything on the clarinet but, like, normal clarinet stuff? Like, is there any, like, you know, sometimes they'll say, like, a maiden, wherever, or it will say, like, it will have, like, someone's name, like, written on it. Does it have any words or symbols?
It does not. Similar to Inch's guitar, it is designed in a special way, as if it was handcrafted, but there's no indication of who the craftsman is.
Or is the clarinet and the scroll at all similar?
I would say in design, yes. They both look strange and otherworldly, but that's just about it.
Maybe the thing will... Actually, because maybe the scroll was found in the meteorite. If we get to the meteorite first, on the 8th, we might find something that can help us decode this. Or something at all.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna stay up all night researching.
I'm
Oh
going
God,
to
he's
take a
doing
short
the
rest.
introvert.
All right, would you like to camp out in the basement?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make noodles, so I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Can can I tinker with the phone hub that I got? I'm gonna try to mod it.
Yeah, what are you trying to... Wait, which phone are you trying to modify?
The phone hub that we use to put our phones on, the ones that are porches.
Yeah, how would you like to try to modify this?
So every time, you know, like when we connect it to the computer, like, you know, it lets you, you know how usually you connect your phone, let you connect the source and stuff to it. I want to tinker around the way so like when we use it to plug and, like, you know, plug and connect and call people from it, that we can, you know, be able to like receive information from the other side on it. I'm trying to make software to make it operating like that. The hub.
Gotcha. I would like you to make an intelligence check.
Do I see him, like, starting to tinker before I go up and make my noodles, or am I gone?
You're gone.
Okay.
I got a 5. I gotta try a different day. God damn it.
I would say you're not really able to edit this device. I would say you're a little bit hesitant to break the rerouting that you've already done to connect this to the Starfinder. However, you do receive a text of sorts. It's from an unlisted number, and I will place it in the general chat.
Timbo.
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 Yeah, Timbo.
gonna pick up the phone. I'm gonna try to respond. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna wait. I'll try to respond like 30 minutes later to say what's up. I'm gonna text her what's up at 30 minutes later.
Get that
You gonna
late
text
you
what's
up
up?
text.
Yeah, I'm gonna text her back what's up like 30 minutes later, not instantly.
So what are you wearing?
Nice. Well, you text the person back, and there's initially nothing. Suddenly, you receive an email. Receive 2 emails.
Fucked up.
3,
Oh no.
4, 5 notifications sit next to the email icon.
As I look at the email icon, does it look like a typical like serious like email that you'll get that you know is from like a company?
It does. If you were to look towards your notifications, you see that there are several login attempts on your social medias.
No! Oh shit!
Oh no, the hacker's being hacked.
Can I try to counteract this, bro? Oh no,
He's setting
I'm
up
getting
a
cooked.
Yes,
I'm
I
trying to
would
hack
like
him
you
back.
to make an intelligence
They
check.
cooked. They trying to fry my shit. I'm about to use my hacker feet, bro. I gotta get this nigga back.
You're cooked, Mr. Robot. Elliot's on you, bro. You're cooked.
No,
Elliot's on your case.
And in the dice roll, you will be rolling against your attacker.
Oh my gosh. Yo, please,
All
the
this
script.
is.
Not the script.
Okay, okay. Oh, he's cooked. Yo, sorry. Do I see him doing
So
this?
you managed to actually catch this. You managed to change up all of your passwords beforehand. You see now that there is a data breach on your phone.
Damn it.
It seems like this was some sort of honeypot. This person just tagged your device, the device that you use to stop these login attempts. Now they're trying to hack you directly.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna try to fucking. I'm gonna try to cancel that, and I'm gonna try to make sure I add more security to my devices. I'm gonna try to set up a
Make
deeper
another
VPN.
intelligence check, and I'll remind you that you can add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with hacking tools.
Hell yeah, brother.
I will be right back.
So can I get
This
him
will
a
be
verdict
against.
or no?
This will be against the man's check again. Sorry, what did you say, Diablo?
Can I give Rootkid a verdict down to help him or no? Would that not be okay?
You
Bet.
can play a little tune, and you can add a 1d6 to your
Yes,
roll
it'll be
if you'd
1d6.
like.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
What's that roll?
Oh,
27.
Can he? Yo, the
What I-
1d6 can't beat that,
That
bro.
1d6 can't beat
1d6 can't beat that, bro.
that. Shit.
Hey, you were
Uber
dealing with
kid.
And you
Elliot.
got, even if you got 6, you'll be damn right too, bro.
You're watching as your efforts, although you put up a fight, you can tell that now this person has access to your device.
Fuck.
However, it's not remote access. Your information has just been breached. After a while, it's quiet. It seems like, from your expertise, this person already got what they wanted. And it seems like it was some sort of information.
Fuck. Can I try to go through my data to see like what information I like has been taken with?
Yes. I'd like you to make another intelligence check, and you can add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with hacking tools.
Goodness, bro.
Oh,
Bro, he's
no.
hacking the level 1 PC, bro. This guy should be ashamed.
Would you like to add your bardic die?
Yeah.
Nice. So, you managed to go through the recently opened folders in your phone. You see that where you logged some of the directions towards where you're supposed to go for the power glove. It seems this person is taking a liking to that information. You're not the only one chasing this artifact. And it seems like they've also left you a present inside of there. I will put the message in the general chat. This is a
nah.
.text file.
Dude, you better not tell me once I'm finishing my research upstairs that you got hacked. Dude, if I catch wind that this happened to you, bro, just know it's not gonna look good for you.
I'm a software
An
developer,
Uber kid.
bro.
As you look over these emails, there are several clues that lie in front of you. But you're going to have to put them together next week because that's the end of our session tonight.
Goodness,
Sorry,
bro.
yeah, that's where we're gonna.
I cannot